Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a Monday night. Back at it again, kicking off another wrestling week with WWE RAW. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. We got all your action, all your reaction to all that happens in the wrestling world. We cover more live wrestling than anybody else. So, folks, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, put a smile on your face. It's going to be a fun one. So let's get into it and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is going to be a fun show tonight off the heels of Crown Jewel, but we're going to get into WWE RAW. A couple last-minute announcements what we'll talk about tonight. But yes, the card's filling up, which is good news. We'll figure out what else they have in store for us tonight. But as I said a couple times now, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anyone else. We are your wrestling friends that you can't find in your real life. And I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. You can call me Mr. Every Night. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yes, we have Monday Night Raw, and we have the fallout from Crown Jewel, which I know we've got a lot of stuff to talk about and everything. There's two kind of talking points I want to bring up coming from the Raw side of everything with Crown Jewel.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, tonight,
ooh, sorry.
What? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we got a fatal four-way for the number one contender for the IC title, who's going to take on Gunther. We also got Tozawa taking on Shinsuke, the Battle of the Mouth Guards. And then we got a whole bunch of other stuff to get into. We got a battle royal added.
Allegedly.
What was the other one? The New Day versus the Judgment Day?
Allegedly. I have not
been able to battle
beforehand, so I can't put my name on it.
Yeah. No, he literally did just like a talking post of like, hi, everybody. And
I haven't seen it. So if you have, then confirm.
Yeah. Tacked on 2 matches, a battle royal for Rhea Ripley's title. And yeah, the day-on-day battle as well.
Well, that's interesting because one of the things I wanted to talk about was Rhea Ripley's a goddamn star at this point. It's undeniable to be over there in especially a male-dominated country and everything. And she comes out there, gets the whole special entrance with the, Saudi Simp Squad that came out for and everything. And just looks like $1 million out there. She is one of their top talent. Bar none.
Oh, absolutely. And I know a lot of people are debating, she doesn't defend the belt enough. People got to remind themselves that we're in an era where you don't see the champions every single day, that you're not supposed to see them every show. And she has made the women's title or being women's champion relevant. She crosses over, beyond women's wrestling, Nick. She's also involved in the men's side of things. She's technically the leader of a faction. I give her all the kudos in the world, because if that belt was on Pick a Person and they were just having their off, once every few weeks match, probably wouldn't be the same as what we're getting with Rhea.
Well, and even then, she's so invested. Like, that's her as a character. She sells every move fantastically. Like, you get invested in the match. She is 100%. You could argue she's superstar of the year, male or female.
Woo! That's going to be juicy for the 4 lifeies. The Golden Gate
right.
on it.
Could happen. Could be the first time ever.
But well deserved. I mean, it's hard to argue. And again, it's not very many women out there that step up to a male competitor, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's go time!" Like, there's Rhea, there's Jordan Grace, there's
China. That was about it.
Like, maybe a Nia Jax, but it depends on who she's fighting.
Right.
Yeah, no, I mean, Rhea Ripley has been outstanding. And a battle royal to decide who's going to take her on.
Well, and even then, she's involved. Like you were saying, she's involved with the men's storylines too. She's out there kind of still involved with Drew McIntyre, of you should partner up with the Judgment Day. Is this setting up Drew to win, or is this maybe setting up an easy cash-in for Damian?
It could set up an easy cash-in for Damian. We're still waiting for something to happen. A lot of us have talked about it. People are speculating, what if he fails to cash in? I hate that idea.
Does he keep the briefcase after he's had it stolen? He had it stolen on Saturday. Is he one of those, like he's an Otis, he ends up though he doesn't keep it and cashing in?
Yeah.
He
Well,
has a
I think we talked about this on the weekend, and I think it was our buddy Boston Gamer from the chat that had the good point of the match itself to earn that title or that contract has to matter. If you could just treat it like the 24/7 belt, then the actual match doesn't mean as much. So if
Right.
a lot of, I even speculated, what if the purple case was a ruse? What if the contract's in the green case and he cashes in the wrong case? Dun, dun, dun. But I don't know.
It was JD McFunko with the candlestick in the library the whole
Yeah,
time.
right? So could they do that? Yeah, but then, it will open up some questions of, that doesn't really make sense. But, it's the WWE. We know not everything connects.
Right. Welcome to pro wrestling where the storylines are made up and the matches don't matter.
3-1. What the fudge? But yeah, let's say hi to the people as I see us filling up here tonight.
Pause. Oh, you wanted me to click.
Sorry.
Alexis, what up? Match made for Wrestle Kingdom. January Mox, Finley, Ospreay for the new IWGP title. Both US and UK belts destroyed over the weekend at IWGP show. Yes, I did see this.
Yes.
I'm excited. Anytime you got Ospreay in a match, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. And Finley can go. Finley obviously has lineage. I know some of the North American fans might not know Dave Finley very well, but he's
his father Fit.
Fit.
Right.
The Shillelagh, if nothing else.
At least his brother Hornswoggle.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least Hornswoggle has to come to mind. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think that this was going to be a good match. Very interesting how they're going to do this. But again, some people have speculated, is Ospreay on a indie farewell tour right now?
Could be. Well, either way, Wrestle Kingdom 18 is stacking up. We've got Okada versus Danielson. It's going to be, I think, Brunch with the Boys 8, 9, 10, 7, 11.
We just
the after hours party there with how early a New Japan show is going to go on.
Right. Yeah, welcome to the Brunch with the Boys, where the addition is made up and the wrestling does not matter.
Right. We're barely coherent. Victor, what up? Damian, what up? Richard, what up? Yes, it did start. So you got an hour back. So fall back, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
A Jobson, what's up? And yes, you lost your title, sir. I know you were out there calling for a recount. So the new predictions champion is Big Dog, Pastor Jeff there.
Listen.
Shamanahaya, Shamanahanda, oh my brother, testify.
Our former champion tried to pull a Roman Reigns and get a little seedy on to retain his belt. And after some investigating, and I went through it pretty good, slowed it all down and kind of worked through that transcript. You guys send a lot of messages if you don't know. But eventually we're hoping to get that out of the chat and make it a little more accurate. And but yeah, for some people who like to pretend that they guessed and they didn't really
frame by frame on this.
Yeah, or the people who guessed wrong, but then like when the match ended, they were like, 5-0. What are the odds? You're like, wait. So yeah, Pastor
Richard,
Jeff's gonna get the W on this one. I think honorable mention to MDB and Christian, our buddy, oh my god. Sorry.
I've got a sandals commercial right now when you say, oh my god. I'm like, what?
The Maple Loaves have just let up. They're down a whopping 4-1 in the first. So
I can't really talk too much after Buffalo against Cincinnati, so we're just gonna move on past that.
This is my karma because I said I had Cincy picked for the win.
Sons of bitches, you. Richard, what up? Steve G, what up? Eric, what up? Matt L, what's tonight's lineup? We've already talked about it, and allegedly this, that, and third at it as well. Dale, what up? Jordan, what up? Jobson. I one pick wrong, but okay. Well, then that wasn't the perfect record you claimed, sir. So
There you
invalid,
go.
invalid.
And,
Bonkers. Nia
yeah.
will win. Oops, sorry.
No, and sometimes it's just based on when you put your votes in, and if you got it within the window, you get a little bit of extra love from the judges. So yeah, it's meant to be fun. So if you felt like you win, but you didn't, it's okay. You didn't miss out on anything except your name above Nick's head for a month.
I mean, sometimes some would argue that's the greatest prize of them all.
To be on Nick's head? Pause.
Bonkers. Nia will win the Battle Royal by Becky, get pulled over the rope by none other than Xia Li.
Interesting. I got Nia to win as well. I don't know why.
Jade Cargill.
Shut up.
She's going to debut on the Raw roster, right?
Interesting.
Do you think that's everybody forgot about that?
Yeah, but then could she end the reign of Rhea?
Is that not a match that seems befitting of a pay-per-view called War Games?
Yes. Let's do it.
Generals gathered in their masses.
You're usually the slow play guy. Usually me, I'm the one that's like, put the fucking pedal down.
Mommy Rhea versus Mommy Jade, 100%. Strap on and strap in. Paul.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, visually you might think it.
Right. Daniel, what up? Joseph, what up? Oh, we're way behind. Clay, what up? Larry, what up?
Crowd getting
Mega,
busy.
what up? Paul, what up? By the way, I will remind everybody, we do have the super chats, the super stickers, everything like that as well. Absolutely. If you want to make sure that you don't have to wait on us to get through the comments and you show up and you stand out, you show up because that's what the show is about.
It's a true story.
And you help the channel.
Facts.
Credit where credit is due. War Games pay-per-view is back again. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
So do you feel that the Roman Reigns dirty finish, as per usual, was playing more into the War Games match, a la what we saw with the Judgment Day throughout that show, was playing more into that than actually anything on Saudi and kind of Saudi and more mid pay-per-view?
Yeah, and I think sometimes the Saudi shows are kind of just like even in the past we've seen random bookings or things that didn't quite make sense. But that's kind of what the Saudi shows do. And it's just kind of a continuation of a storyline. Never you never get
At times you've had some payoffs.
All right, maybe a little. I mean, we did get the Uso one out there. I'll give them that.
That's the thing, is that that's at times of it's a grain of salt, and I guess, or a grain of sand, pun intended, being out there in the desert with Saudi. At times you have it and it's a great show. It's a fantastic show. It over delivers. And sometimes it just comes barely sliding into home base there.
Right. And again, it depends on what your expectation is. If you're hoping for a whole bunch of twists and turns and shit, generally not the case on a Saudi show. Again, it might have been one of their weaker ones of the year. I saw some fans saying, if this was their weakest show of the year, they've had a really good year. So fair enough.
Fair enough on that. Mega appreciate the super sticker.
Oh.
If only it showed up on our end instead of on the YouTube front end.
It's cute.
It's a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
There you go.
Roman Reigns' dirty finish was to protect LA Knight. If he lost clean, people would say WWE buried LA Knight to him. Not if you have a fucking competitive match. When's the last time we saw Roman Reigns have a match that he got tested?
Okay, I know you and I
go over.
I know you and I kind of debated this yesterday for sure, about the whether or not he should cheat or that. I do think it is a way to protect, but again, I really do feel like a lot of times we talked about it with Tiffany Stratton losing to Becky. And they're like, oh, they buried Tiffany. You're like, no, they just highlighted Tiffany. So to your point, if they had some balls, you might not need the cheat. Now, I'm okay.
Well, even then, if LA Knight looks like the guy that goes out on his shield of "you will not put me down," he sits there and right before he takes a spear from Roman for a 1-2-3. Tell me that doesn't help him exponentially. Then you're just another guy that got a dirty finish because of Roman.
Now, would it have been better if Roman had dropped into because he tried to finish him, hit him with a spear, doesn't work, hit him with Superman punch, kick out, and then Roman chokes him and he gives us the old pass out spot?
Maybe I could see that. I would want in that match, and I don't think we got it in that, is a moment to where Roman goes for the spear and LA counters it into the BFT. That's you're gonna blow the fucking roof off the building with that, because that's your moment that everybody, oh my god, can you believe it? He's actually gonna do it. And even if Roman, that's where Roman kicks out, he does the low blow shot, like he did before, the between the legs kick out. And there you go. Roman's got his heat. He doesn't need to cheat. I didn't mean to make it rhyme, but I do it from time to time.
It happens.
Right.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I listen, I'm okay with the cheating. I expect the bad guys to have friends and find dark holes. And I expect them to have a good match.
Time. Like, you're supposed to be the tribal
here's my question. So who's Roman? Like, so again, Roman goes toe to toe with LA, squashes him clean, fights someone else, squashes him clean. Then what's your comeback? Like,
it doesn't have to be a squash though. It could be a fucking competitive match, but to where still Roman wins out of, he eventually hulks up and he hits like 2 spears.
Then what the fuck? Like, if he's not doing heelish shit, if he's not eye poking, if he's not,
I played out a whole scenario to where he gets his heat, and he kicks out after you have this big huge comeback, and he does that, and then he turns around and hits a spear 1, 2, 3. You suck the air out of the room a little bit, but he's supposed to be the heel.
Yeah, I'm still just, I guess I'm just so used to, the wrestling of expectation, and that's what the bad guys did. I mean, I was a big fan of Triple H because he always found a loophole. He was a cerebral assassin. Throughout history, Ric Flair, dirtiest player. Like, if you showed up to a Ric Flair match, you expected Ric Flair to poke somebody in the eye every match, not some of the matches.
But like Triple H, weren't some of his, like, the DQ finishes or the distractions or everything, they always kind of varied. It seems like with the Bloodline, it's always the same goddamn thing.
That to me is the hammer on the nail, my guy, is even for me, who's like, well, the cheaters cheat. But the cheaters, like, if you know the cheaters always do the same shit, and there's no, like, every fucking pay-per-view you defend this belt, one of your cousins are going to jump over the railing and do something. Well, fuck. And I think that's what took the air out of the building. Not that Cody lost. That Solo spiked him in the neck, and then he lost. Then, LA, it's not that LA lost or that Roman cheated, but again, Jimmy jumps over the barricade. Nobody seems to care. Like, it might have been cool if Jimmy had come out, kicked Jimmy, or Jay had come out, kicked Jimmy in the head, and we can kind of reset and still Roman
gets continue that.
Yeah. Like, okay, he helped Roman survive that moment, but Roman himself had to get the W. I kind of see the argument. I'm 100% with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, that's been the critique, as we are getting an advertisement for the Raw Women's Battle Royal for the #1 contender. I didn't get everybody that was in there, but that's been the critique, is it's, especially Monday Night Raw, or to an extent WWE as a whole, at times becomes paint by numbers.
Yeah. And I think that's what everybody's big complaint is. Like, you read a lot of the criticisms right now with AEW, it's about the older talent, the underutilized talent, the poor booking.
Can I go on a quick tangent? Anyone name me any talent in AEW that's being quote unquote held down right now? Don't worry, I'll wait. The only 2 I could think of are Darby Allin and Swerve Scott. Those 2 I will give you have been actually built up, have thrived, have risen, blossomed out of the concrete that is AEW.
Mm-hmm.
But your main card right now, your top tier talent, you've got, well, Ric Flair's your biggest talked about thing. You've got Sting on the retirement tour. You've got Christian Cage. MJF's feuding with anybody and everybody, because that's all you've got is a collection of people at this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's who's being held down in AEW at this point.
Yeah, see, now, in my definition of held down, I don't know anyone that's actually being held down, but I do know there's this list, a long list of underutilized talents.
Fair, I will give you that.
So I don't know if they're being held back or they're just not being utilized. You know what I mean? House of
Black. Have they not been utilized properly? Because look at, we were championing Action Andretti when he went over Jericho, and he's been booked to smithereens.
And even the Sting thing, like, I find very interesting. You're going to do the Sting, this is Sting's victory lap essentially from now till March. And the first match we're going to get him in is he's going to take on the fucking, is it the Workhorse? What are they? Our buddies, the
Gates of Agony.
Outrunners.
Oh, Outrunners.
Like that's the match on Wednesday is Sting and Darby or a Collision. Sting and Darby versus the Outrunners. What? Why? He's only got a few left.
Anyways, I digress.
Yes. But where we were
talking about WWE being kind of paid by numbers.
That's the big knock on. Like you can cheat. Roman can cheat all the fucking time. The bad guys can cheat. The good guys try and overcome cheating. But it's the same, the cookie cutter. We talked about it with Raw. We're going to open the show with the Judgment Day, which is going to lead to some type of match in the main event. Like, it doesn't always have to be like that. Like, and pre-announce your main events once in a while. Not all the time, once in a while. Like, you got to have some, you're too rigid and too...
it's too cookie cutter.
Yeah, and you're too, like, everything you're doing is very expected. You're not unpredictable in any way, shape, or form, and it's troublesome.
Is it to their credit though that it is expected yet still admonished? It still is. You still tune in. You still want to see it because it still is that touch into the serotonin there because it is still going to be good to an extent, to a fault, but it's so repetitive.
Yeah, and I think the stuff that like stands out that ends up
it's
being
McDonald's of pro wrestling. Of what a fucking Big Mac's always going to taste like a Big Mac, but you still go back because you want to have a Big Mac.
Look, it's very similar. This is going to sound funny, but I'm looking. I can see them on my back screen here. Very similar to the Toronto Maple Leafs back in the day, where WWE right now is just printing money. They're selling out everywhere they go. Everything's doing well. They're really happy with their product. And the argument becomes, and this is where it ties back to Leafs. Back in the day, the Leafs had an opportunity to have Wayne Gretzky, kind of on his way out. And the owner at the time said, "We don't need him. We're already selling out the building. We don't need him. We're sold out." Because that was his priority, was selling out the building. So we never had Gretzky. And that's what the WWE feels like is we don't need to go above and beyond because people are showing up.
But that the counter argument, I guess, could be with the news that we got today. Which, by the way, as we've been talking and rambling everything, Wesley, what up? I just want to know what Jade Cargill's entrance music is already.
I don't know.
Honestly, Lamario Hockey. I already like your avatar picture. Survivor Series War Games, a very tough game for Buffalo Bills yesterday. Facts.
They didn't show, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Pancake flat, especially on offense.
It's that's an emotional ass game, honestly, for the Bills as it is.
Yeah, fair enough.
With that, so I'll give him that, but it's still Josh Allen is it. Being a Buffalo Bills fan right now and having Josh Allen as our quarterback, respectfully, is like having Brett Favre as your quarterback as a Packers fan. It is fucking run and gun, the fucking gunslinger, 100%. When that man balls out, he balls the fuck out. But when he's a little off, he's a lot off.
Yeah, when you can't run that way and the defense is picking you up, you got problems all day long. And that's what last night looked like. But anyway, Larry Mack, welcome back. I know that Roman is a heel, but getting sick and tired of Roman Reigns having helped to retain his Universal Championship and time again. And again, I understand. And I know I counter that a little bit, but to everyone, like to the conclusion we came to, again, it's not anything different ever any other time. Like you go through 20-minute match, and then somewhere near the end of the match, somebody will help you. Like nobody helped them in the first 5 minutes of a match. Nobody helped them halfway through a match. It's always right near the end. Like it's so, again, rinse and repeat too much.
Right. But also though, to counter WWE being that rinse and repeat, there's my Twitter timeline, my X timeline, whatever, was flooded with the talk about WWE being interested in potentially signing Julia from Stardom after they already, I guess, tried to sign Saray but couldn't, which I didn't even know about until like the day of Crown Jewel, like as Kyrie saying debuted.
I haven't been able to confirm or deny this the Sari story. Saray, not Saraya.
Saray.
but like talks about having Asuka and Io and Kyrie in a faction. Talks of bringing in Julia, trying to bring in Saray. Now, to me, this feels like very Triple H moves.
Yes.
Of not even like, oh, we really want them. It's just like, wait, Tony said he's interested in who? I'll be right back. Like, that's kind of what it feels like to an extent.
Fair enough. I will give you that. I do think that there is genuine interest, obviously, with them being genuinely interested in Will Ospreay, and Will Ospreay kind of reciprocating that with going at Seth Rollins on Twitter and everything.
Yes.
But at the same time, could this be also either more of a I'm going to fuck with you, Tony, and your dealings with trying to sign Mercedes, or maybe we want Sasha back, or maybe we could try and work out a deal. And I'll admit, I am not a Sasha Banks fan. I'm not a Mercedes Moné fan. I am the same way some people are CM Punk fans. That is how I am with Sasha Banks. I will put it that way.
Yep.
But could this all be, we've got Jade Cargill, dream opponent for Sasha. We already signed Kyrie. We've got her back, who's a former opponent for when she was Mercedes. Now, if we get Julia too, hey, so how's that ankle feeling?
Yeah.
What's Tony offering you?
Right. And again, do I think this is directly linked to a Sasha? No, because I think they could have kept Sasha if they wanted to keep Sasha. I think they could have smoothed her and
Vince.
Yeah, I mean, Vince was an issue, but they weren't willing to give her the money. I don't think they. Again, if Sasha comes in, she's in the mix. She's not.
Does she take less money if we're going to go like this? If we're going to look at it like any other sports negotiation,
I don't think so.
Is she going to take? Well, no, I'm saying to an extent of is she going to take less money because hey, I get to have a match with Jade regularly, or I can go and have a match with Julia, or I can go have a match with Kyrie, or I can still go and hang out with my buddy Bailey.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe things do change. And again, you've seen so much time invested into the women's wrestling for WWE, Nick. It is possible that she softens. And we've seen a lot of people come back around, right? We never thought Cody Rhodes would be in the WWE again. Here he is.
CM Punk is an arguable discussion to sign with WWE.
Dude, this is just getting turned up. I love the dirt sheets went wild and they can't help themselves. And then you got BWE reporting shit, and you got like the boozer wrestling guy.
Can I just ask, who the f is that guy?
You know what? He's become quite infamous, and I know a few other podcasters that reference him because a lot of the shit he says comes true. Even when the SRS or someone else throws out, no, that's not going to happen. He's pretty accurate.
I'm still just going to say if this man starts to throw a Q in his name anywhere as an American, I'm going to be cautious about this.
Yes. But so, I mean, the CM Punk thing has been turned up to like the highest degree. Apparently, he was supposed to have a call with the execs at WWE.
No.
I can't imagine it. I can't imagine that we would know if it was really happening.
Unless it is the greatest trick that they've ever pulled, which people think AEW could be doing that as well, as we're about to kick off with Monday Night Raw. I don't know if you're ahead of me. I have then.
Wait, I got the Leaf game.
Son of a. I have now. Do you have Monday Night Raw now?
I have the replay of Saudi.
Forever.
So, yeah, I'm ahead of you. Let me know when you get Riyadh on your screen. The pyro and such. In the Crown Jewel logo.
I have together right now for anyone trying to sync up.
We're syncing up, folks.
I got Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, and all the pyro, everything like that.
There you go. So now I got them showing the crowd, and we are rolling, folks. Sorry, so Crown Jewel. Now we got the American. Yeah, so I got Cody Rhodes on my screen right now.
I've just got that right now of him doing a little fist bump on the stage.
There we go, folks. So we are lined up, synced in, dialed in, ready to go. Your tag stream champions back at it again. Big Nick and I are going to roll you through the next 3+ hours of wrestling coverage. Make sure you get in that chat. If you're new here, don't be shy. Say hello. Be a part of the family. And we'll see what Raw has to bring. The 3-hour marathon that is Monday nights. We're going into it positive.
What he said. But no, I think Raw has gotten good. It always has a chunk that you're kind of like, you can have that evil what I'm mad at, but beyond that, I think it's pretty good. Like, Rhea's obviously a star, like we talked about. We've got a battle royal tonight. We've got a fatal 4-way for the #1 contendership to take on Gunther, which we know he's not going to be traveling for a hot minute. But do you think, though, that they're going this babyface route with Miz?
Yep, I do, and I hate it, but I don't know.
No.
He might actually win this and be like take a babyface shot at Gunther, which I don't love. Gunther should fucking swat the Miz out of the building, like out of his boots, whap, and then move on.
Boo Earns. Safet, what up? Atel, what up? Easy Bake, what up? But yeah, I'm hoping for Bronson Reed, just because my man's dressed up like Kevin Smith for Halloween, and also 100% big beefy boys slapping meat. But I really think that they're going to go and try and keep forcing this Miz thing, and it's going to just get Gunther more over as a baby face.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, because I don't know if this was like Miz pitched it and they were like, okay, fine. Or it just came out of left field where they were like, let's try it. He's got a lot of work to do to not be a heel.
What baby faces do they have on Raw?
Not many.
Right. So,
I mean, there are some, but we've seen Ricochet fight Gunther already. Bronson's
I'd be game for it again, though. I'd be game. I'm surprised. Do we maybe get a 5th entrant in this of Chad Gable?
I don't think so.
I still would want it. Ivar to me is surprising here, as they're
pushing Ivar.
Right, but that's just because I've seen. I know you're kind of maybe in this camp of that you're behind it. I've seen some people think that they're going to push this to the moon. I don't get it. I don't like it.
I'm curious. I mean, I was such a big fan of War Machine. I was such a big fan of. I mean, I'll never forget when Eric and Ivar fought each other in the breakout tournament in Ring of Honor, whatever the fucking official name was. But I mean, that was the final of the future star tournament. Eric versus Ivar 1-on-1, and they tore it down. Big fan of what Ivar has done in the past. Granted, as the Viking Raiders and Vince McMahon completely sullied that reputation. So getting Ivar in the ring, giving him some time, he might win some people over.
I'll give you that. I'm interested to see it to an extent and see where we go here. I just don't. I'm ye of little faith, because to me, he's one of those. There's certain guys that just work better as tag team wrestlers. Like, respectfully, even Dax and Cash. I don't think either one of them works super great as a singles competitor. They work amazing as a tag team. Yeah, much like War Machine to me. They work amazing as a tag team. Singles competitors, not so much.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely. But again, this is kind of the crux we get stuck in as fans, where we're like, we're sick of the same old shit. And then they start pushing someone they haven't really pushed. And then everyone's like, why are they pushing that person? Right. They got to push somebody new. That's what you want.
As, by the way, I do have the video package right now. I've got
videos like great.
Logo.
Should be our theme.
What?
What's up, Kevin? Richard? If we haven't said hello to anybody, I know Steve G's in the house, Kevin's in the house, Larry Max with us, Lamario we've already talked to. Dale, welcome back. Good to see you, buddy.
Did you say Lamario? It's a me, Mario.
It's a me, Mario. Right. Dun, dun, dun. TJ Hook's with us.
Oops, sorry.
Go ahead. Mega's with us as well.
Yes. Well, do you see John Cena retires tonight? I don't think so.
No. If anything, it'd be on SmackDown.
Yeah. As I've got
opening with
Rollins coming
Franken Rollins, thank you.
Frankenstein.
Right.
Well, it's the spooky season.
Bananas in pajamas. It's Monday. Let's go. And to your point, the 3 hours of Raw, again, everyone bitches about the 3 hours, and they have a right to do so, especially in a day and age when, we've been reduced to, 20-second clips as the form of our entertainment. But at the end of the day, to steal something from good old Jim Leahy, it's a bit of a shit sandwich where that middle lull kind of getting from the exciting stuff in the beginning and the main event it can be a bit rough. They got to work on that.
But also, though, at times I would say that the main event, it could be the real lull, and
Ah,
you build, and then you kind of fall off a cliff.
yeah. You tune up an 8 minute main event that kind of goes the way you
You're
expect.
playing DJ at your house party, and you're hyping this one song up the whole time, and then you're
Right.
waiting to drop it, and you wait until the perfect time to drop it, and no one fucking reacts.
It's the same
Everybody just
time.
stops doing and just looks
Yeah.
at you.
It's the
That's
same
what that is.
it's the same time some lady faints by the pool and everyone's staring at her. You're like,
Yeah, and
oh,
somebody is just fucking puking their brains out,
yeah,
praying to the porcelain god.
fight. Oh shit.
Right.
So
JV new Raw intro, I don't think it was. I think are they maybe at least doing it around like what you see like even Collision do, of they keep it kind of updated of who's kind of might be
I,
on the show, on the brand, what have you.
I don't think so, but again, I didn't fully see it. Maybe the visual was slightly different. I saw pieces of it. The song's the same. The
Yeah.
formatting's the same. I don't know if they changed the visual within it though. But welcome to Monday Night Rollins.
Pause.
CM Punk has been signed. Trust. Did you see the reports that also came out today that Impact has tendered that gave him an official offer?
I wouldn't be surprised. I think this
Fucking
man's
right.
the greatest troll ever. He's out there doing commentary on an MMA show and everything, and the guy's got a WWE, pocket square in his suit coat and everything. Like 100%. This guy just knows how to fucking work the system.
Mm-hmm. And I think they're all going to do it. Osprey's going to do it. MJF's going to do it. RKO fucking did it. Remember, we laughed about that. I had to be reminded. I mean, people are going to leverage multiple companies, and that's the fun part of this.
But do you think that I'm honestly on the fence of does Phil actually sign anywhere?
I think he goes to WWE. I think, dude, did you see from what is the league he works with? CFFF?
Or yeah, whatever. The one are
bunch
you
of
talking about to where imagine if someone let you book your own show and everything like that.
Yeah, that, and then the guy
Yeah,
had like WWE in his pocket. Like they're fucking with us. They're
right. But that's the
trolling.
thing is they were fully referencing Collision with that. But that's the thing is I think he's just working as a great troll. This man,
Uh-huh.
think about it. This man has done very little over the past decade
Mhm.
as far as in-ring work or anything like that. Like
Mhm.
when he showed up, it's been monumental. But think about it. He's been absent for almost 10 years throughout pro wrestling and still is the most relevant fucking thing.
And that's what I think. The WWE knows he's over. The WWE knows he can move merch. B, where's the best place to go if you don't want to wrestle a whole lot, but you do want a presence on TV? It fits really well. They're not going to ask you to do any topes or fucking you don't need to do any fucking huge moves out there or stage dives. They won't even let you do a stage dive. Who's he calling out?
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Dammy.
Oh, whoa. Let's go.
Dammy versus Seth in a
I think, like I
babyface
said, I
battle.
think we're setting up the teams for a Survivor Series. We're getting Team Can't Be Roman versus Team Judgment Bloodline.
The Judgment Line and Can't Be Roman is definitely a possibility. Or should we go with Blood Day? Nah, Judgment Line sounds
No. That sounds for any female viewers we might have. You have probably just tuned out, but we hope you come back
in 3 to 4 weeks.
Whoa!
Time it right. Look, it's
Big like boxing, stick and move. Stick and move.
Stick and move indeed. Raw intro. We got that one. It's Big Bird.
No, he looks like a human lemonade.
Right? Bananas in pajamas. Love those sunglasses. They're aggressive as fuck.
It's amazing how this man can just fit like a Lamborghini fucking windshield on his face every day.
Yeah, Sammy's still getting a huge pop, man.
Well, he had that whole promo of, I will fight them on the battlefield. I will run through a wall.
You killed my best friends, you bastard. Now I'm coming for each and every one of y'all.
They may take our Owens, but they'll never take our freedom.
This is interesting. A little bit of static, folks. I know there's
But that's
chat
the thing
messages.
is, it's gonna be. You have to do this with this babyface team. It's like the goddamn Avengers. Of they're gonna fucking get together and team up, but how will they coexist?
Heroes. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Wait, what? Did they just mute something?
What?
Or did my ears close for a second?
I don't know. You're Canadian, so I think the other one might be more possible. I don't know somehow.
What?
Your ears closed? What?
Yeah. KJ Big Nick, what's up, Kyle? How you doing? Bobby, what's up? We're trying to catch. We're gonna let you know.
Kyle should have been there when you were trying to.
What?
Sorry.
I
was saying Kyle should have been there when you were going with your whole kind of Kenny line of you killed you bastard.
Yeah. Kyle.
Oh, so
Sammy
said I won every title on WWE on Monday Night Raw except for one. That one.
Sam, what if it was Sammy versus Seth? They're not part of the War Games.
Oh, ooh. Who
they're going to tear the
cheer
house down,
for in that match? And
a babyface match once in a while, I'm okay with.
Someone's got to work heel. Someone's going to get the booze.
I think Seth will work it a little harder than Sammy would.
But
he's borderline heel still.
I don't know, but then you thin out through the War Games match too.
You just have you don't really have anyone dig into the heel. They both kind of just, again, a babyface matchup is possible.
The fans will decide, though.
True. We'll see. That's cool. Oh, also getting DIY versus the Creeds tonight. Chambers, is that facts?
With arms wide open under the sunlight.
Wait, you kicked the jukebox. Way to go.
Hey, what can Creed do for you? It helped the Texas Rangers win a World Series, and 100%
after.
They were listening to it as they were playing the World Series, and literally the day they won the World Series, Creed announced their reunion tour. Tell me that isn't scripted.
Oh, fuck. Well, Eddie Vedder wrote the song when the Cubs finally broke their fucking drought.
Tell me for hair. Tell me it ain't the same man.
Oh. So after you left the office, I went in.
What?
I saw Adam Pearce. Seth is saying,
it's the same reason I wanted.
And where is the briefcase? Shouldn't Sammy have it? He said Pierce made him give it back.
A world title match.
When?
What? It's waiting for you, baby.
Say
all
when.
You gotta do is say when. Holy sugar honey iced tea.
I'm all for this. I think these two guys are gonna fucking murder this.
Oh, they will tear the house down.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like Drew and Seth was arguably the best match at Crown Jewel.
This is arguably going to be the best WWE match of the year.
Arguably.
Debatable. Allegedly. Supposedly. Wait, when is he going to announce? When I win that World Heavyweight Championship. And the crowd pops.
No, but listen, Paul, there's precedents for this. If you steal something and then return it, you get rewarded with a title shot.
You get rewarded with the equivalent of that of what you stole.
My egg.
Right, but he stole the briefcase, so now he gets a title shot whenever he decides. He got the equivalent of what he stole.
The Theory did the same thing. Here's your egg. I was just playing with it. If they have a match tonight, if they have this match tonight, Nick, they're gonna get swallowed by the bad guys. That's how this plays out. To your point, That's how
And
you
I
get
hate
through
that,
it.
though. I hate that.
Oh,
I hate, though, that we could
they're
see that
teasing.
coming down the train tracks. There's a World Heavyweight Championship match with your name on it.
Yeah, I'm with you,
All you
Boston.
got to do is say when.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt.
Don't say tonight. Don't
say when. Say when.
Don't say tonight. Don't say tonight. Don't say tonight. Don't
just say when. Fucking toying with our emotions.
Don't say tonight. Don't say tonight. Don't say tonight.
They're gonna say.
Don't worry, I have it frozen.
Like,
I'm just gonna keep saying, don't say tonight. Don't say tonight.
Everybody in that building is against you right now.
I don't care.
He's gonna say Survivor Series. Tonight, let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
I'm excited for it, but I fear exactly what you said.
I worry that they're going to have a decent match tonight because, again, you're not going to give this away on free TV.
Maybe Tony Khan took over. He hacked into the booking tonight.
Right? We'll show you an unbuilt match.
Right. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Thank you for knocking that one off the tee.
Mm-hmm.
Survivor Series. Yeah, my big fear with tonight, guys, is this is going to be a decent match, a little teaser, but it's going to somehow tie into like War Games and turn into a brawl and a problem, and we'll see.
But it's genius. It's genius to an extent, as I've got Finn backstage right now here. Speaking of not genius,
woo!
as JD McDonough is wearing a Damian Priest shirt, by the way. Just a little subtle salt in the wound there.
Right. What's up, Tiffany? How you doing? How you doing, folks? We will get to the chat. Just trying to get through the action. Oh, wait.
Hey, he's got a briefcase back. Tonight, let's do it.
See? Damian's mad. So you see where this is already heading. Damian's mad that Sammy screwed him over at Crown Jewel. So revenge is aplenty and afoot.
The game is afoot. But that's the thing, though. What makes this great is you still think, what if? What if they just let them fucking go?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And
almost
we've seen it with the Gunther matches and everything like that. To what comes around is all around.
Yeah.
To where you know that some of these matches they'll let go because they've got enough that they can fill an 8-card pay-per-view. They don't have to do a 27-card pay-per-view to make everything work.
Well, that's it. And I mean, back to what we were talking about earlier today, Nick, or earlier tonight, is that, yeah, I think because we're able to kind of predict the endings and they tend to fall out that way, you do have to have those moments that shift the other direction. Surprise us. Make us go. The what ifs have to pay off once in a while. Once in a while, we need a what if to become a holy shit, it happened.
Right. 100%. That's where you need to bank in on. You can get away with this moment and that moment are the expected because every now and then you sneak a jab and you get a holy shit moment that sneaks through.
Good way to put it.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what it is. Every once in a while, you got to give it to us. I mean, and we've had some this year with, some of the storylines and holy shit, I can't believe that happened. But and again, I think some of the critics forget those moments. But yeah, the what if needs to be catered to once in a while.
We've got 2 Uso kicks to prove that point positive.
Yeah.
But the only thing is it's been few and far between since we've had those moments.
Yeah, and you're not inaccurate with that, and that's part of the issue, folks. We are in our first commercial break here tonight. If you were just tuning in, I think it's the first because we just had the promo. So we are going to get into the tag team matches coming up next, and then we're gonna follow that up with our we got Sammy versus Seth. Crazy.
Well, at some point, we don't know if that's the main event.
Never fear, layers here.
Right there, I done missed that, and Speaking of that, we're going to miss KJ here for a quick minute here. The man tried to say something. Yep, first commercial break. Thank you, Steven. I miss Curtis out here letting us know the over-under on the commercial breaks. But so far, I would say a good start to a Monday Night Raw coming out of Crown Jewel again. Arguably a bit of a maybe mid pay-per-view. Maybe not. Well, it all depends on what you expected out of it. If you expected it to be this groundbreaking pay-per-view, maybe it was mid. If you expected it to be your kind of B show, Saudi show, maybe it kind of hit the marks there. But 100% already off to a fast pace, kicking out of this as we are on the road to Survivor Series. And also, we on the channel are on the road to 3K subscribers right now. We're still just a baby. We're still just a little over a year old, 100%. In fact, you can go through all of our videos and everything. You won't find anything that's showing up 2-3 years old or anything like that. But absolutely just barely a year old. So 100%. Be your friend, tell a friend. The best thing you can do, you're doing your friends a disservice. If they like wrestling, if they like just hanging out, this is the place they need to be 100%, because we're always here. We're pretty much live 7 days a week at this point, and constantly still growing by the minute. So 100%. Be your friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. What? Bobby World Championship or undisputed title, Cody will finish his story. Oh, it feel like a false finish if he wins World Heavyweight title instead of he goes over Roman? Is he, the King Arthur in this book of, he's the one that's pulled the roads from the stone here. He's got to finish the story and slay the dragon that is Roman Reigns. I feel like anything, a World Heavyweight title would be great, and it would be a World Championship for Cody. But not everybody's going to let that just slide, I feel. Man's let me know about my hockey fantasy in the Ghost Realm. Chargers 7-0. Oh, God. I need at least, how well is Garrett Wilson doing? I don't even give a shit if the Jets win. I just need this man to get some catches and some yards. Really wouldn't count out Damian cash in tonight. Interesting. Could that be the holy shit moment? Could that be of everything kind of comes to a head? Rhea manages to or get to Drew, or Drew finally snaps, and you know what? Okay, this is my broken dreams, and I'm gonna claymore your goddamn head off your chest here. Seth, like we thought he was initially gonna do when he first showed up. And then we've got Sammy hits a blue thunder bomb, and then out of nowhere, Damian shows up, cashes in. We could see something like that, but that would 100% be a holy shit moment. That's one of those of you're telling everybody, go back and if you didn't watch this live, go back and rewatch this Monday Night Raw. If you are watching Monday Night Football, if you're watching this, that, or whatever, this is one of those of go back and rewatch this. Go back and see what happened. Go catch this match. 100%. And we miss that with WWE. I don't even want to say we exactly get it with AEW. We just get it. It's kind of organized chaos with AEW. But if you have one of those moments that everything seems so repetitive and they pull a holy shit fucking pen out of their pocket, pause. Then that works. But I've got the New Day and the Judgment Day of Finn Balor and Damian Priest right now kicking off. I don't believe it is for the tag titles, but let me know who you're taking to this match. I guess I'm going to go with the Judgment Day, even though now with New Day doing such a good cosplay, a costume of the Judgment Day, do they just become part of the Judgment Day now here? But I've got Finn and Kofi right now. To think that, what was it, maybe 3-4 years ago, this could have been a World Heavyweight title match right now, is Kofi Kingston and Finn Balor. Interesting. Here's your 100. What is my 100? Explain. I mean, I'll take $100 bills. Let's see if we can get to 100 people watching us live right now, because I see about 60 right now kicking off with that. Oh, was that what you were talking about, Steven? Elimination, my guy, of how we're at 104 likes right now on the stream.
There you go. It changes quickly.
Rapidly, just like us. Pause.
Rapidly. But we're rolling on. I'm taking the Judgment Day in this one.
Fair enough. I was going to go there with you too. Shit, do I just be difficult and take the New Day? Oh, Wrestling for Live Universe. Don't you dare be sour.
I think the New Day needs something new. I think they need to become a New Day. They're like the Dolph Ziggler tag teams.
But are they just that? Like, how long did Ziggler have a career once we all kind of knew that Ziggler will not puff anymore?
JD always, I'm so tired of the New Day always getting a title shot.
I think is the word he was looking for. Maybe this man took too many shots.
Everbliss sending one your way.
Then you merely might know what it's like.
Easy, Whitey Ford. Let's go.
I was gonna say, oh, I'm so glad. I thought you got that. I was hoping you got that reference. And
bro,
yes,
come on now.
What is he, Canadian? And I didn't know it. Like what?
I mean, my nickname is Whitey, so I mean, Whitey Ford wasn't. It was like, oh, kill Whitey.
I've been with you this long, sir, and you never told me your nickname was Whitey.
Well, I mean, it comes.
I feel like I don't even know you.
Yeah, Caucasian as fuck.
As we are at commercial break number 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Ooh, I'm getting a preview for USC 295.
Face the pain. Am I the only one that can only hear that song now whenever I see anything UFC?
Yeah.
Someday this over.
I don't think I've heard it like outside of that. I don't think I've ever been in somewhere that song's come on and it not been on a UFC. Like,
yeah, seriously.
Like, hey, I know that song, and someone's watching a replay or something.
Right. I guess T's and P's Crash Holly, 20 years after the fact.
Yes, 20 years today.
Damian was going to cash in at Crown Jewel. He cashes in tonight. This got brought up while you were on a pause for the cause.
Yes.
Do you think we could get a Damian cash in later tonight with this match?
The rational side of me says wrestling in 2023, they save those moments for pay-per-views. Usually, will he actually pull it off tonight? I would love for it. Again, it's kind of the swerve. You make your weekly shows more relevant. You make your Monday show not as mundane. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm all for it.
Every now and then you need a grenade pull to fucking really spark interest, whether it be a Monday Night Raw, a SmackDown, even you have a holy shit moment on a Crown Jewel show or anything like that.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you start tuning in and paying attention to all the Crown Jewel shows and putting them on a pedestal.
Listen, if you grew up with brothers, you know that you can only make somebody flinch so many times. Every once in a while, you got to throw a smack just to understand that, like, the fakes matter.
We like boxing, stick and move.
You got to get in there. So, yeah, I mean, ultimately, that's where I'm at with this. Is what do I expect it? No, I think it's going to be some type of jump, mugging. The match is going to come to an end. Could they try to cash it in? Maybe. Do we find out that the purple case is bullshit? I don't think so, because it's funny because we talk about MJF not having his belt. That, Damian gets his case stole. 2 days later, he's like, Pierce made me give it back.
Right, yeah. Sorry, I was just popping myself because I was just remembering of a childhood story of me and my brother fucking Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier with the sock and boppers. And I just jabbed that man real quick. I did a little shuffle. I done hospitalized a brick. I done murdered a rock. And this man got mad and just popped him with a pencil. Just like, we ain't doing this no more.
Yeah. Fuck you and your popper. I want to see the Alpha Academy Tag Team Champions. You can make it work. You can make an argument for it. Again, they're relevant. And poor Shorty G's kind of out of the IC picture at the moment. Commercial 2, by the way.
It's still interesting. Yes, we are still in commercial break. But yeah, it's still super interesting. unlike this fucking House of Villains show that I read advertised for that will never be, I guess, the sponsor on this channel, but that show looked terrible.
Is anything on E worth watching?
I mean, on the WWE, yes.
We're back, folks.
What comes around is all around.
Right. Xavier Woods going for the tag, dragging himself there. Oh, there we go. Hot tag.
New day rocks. A new day rocks.
I like when they actually pull off a decent hot tag and the crowd pops to the tag. I like it.
Right.
Sometimes
now,
it gets missed.
Question is New Day over as much as is because still the potential of Big E showing up?
I don't know if they're connected. I think, to that, to the younger.
Arguably, if Big E said right now, and I don't want this to happen, that he hangs it up.
Or are they more irrelevant? I
over?
Don't think so. I think that because, if you listen to the crowd, to the younger audience, they still have that baby face, John Cena, we do good deeds, that vibe to them. Whether Big E comes back or not. And to be honest, if Big E comes back, I'd like him to walk in and decimate both of them and move on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Mrs. Trouble in Paradise, discus punch.
Oh.
Big clothesline. But yeah, they do have that bit of that Cena-esque of, we are just the generic baby faces.
Yeah, and they're kind of stuck in you're the guy, you're the cereal guys. You're the pancake guys. I know you don't throw pancakes anymore, but you're those guys.
You're the Bootios guy.
Yeah, you're the Bootios, mother. Oh, Damian hits Finn.
Did he do or did he not? Step up. Enziguri dumps out Damian on the outside.
Oh, Xavier going to the top.
Legal man? I don't know if Finn's legal man.
Yeah, because they bumped into each other. Big elbow!
Zoidberg elbow there from Woods for a 2 count. Well, no, it wasn't mid rope, so it wasn't the Zoidberg. It was the Martin Kirby Zoidberg elbow.
New Day needs a rival team of Jewish. Why, Dave? Okay, cool. Thanks for the info.
Why you gotta go that way with it?
I don't think that's necessary. Monday Night Raw is sold out. Yeah, I mean, Monday Night Raw is sold out. A lot of these shows are sold out. You got to give them credit.
Just respectfully, we talk about the attendance and ticket sales and everything like that with AEW versus WWE and everything. And this is still David versus Goliath. You show me half the time places in WWE shows where the shit's not lit up. They're having to dumb down their stage setup to fit more seats and to fit more asses in seats. Ooh. Meanwhile, AEW is starting to look like old school NXT.
It's over.
1, 2, 3.
And still, the Judgment Day. I like that finish when you do the South of Heaven, then you hit the coup de grace right after it. It's over convincingly.
I didn't know the belts were on the line, but good on.
Yes. The Alpha Academy were tag champs once upon a time. Yes.
Touche.
Is Drew joining Judgment Day? Here's a question for you. Does Drew McIntyre join Judgment Day?
I don't know if he joins, but does he get an allegiance, much like the Bloodline of a handshake deal? And like I said, that's where it could play out to where it ends up being an easy cash-in for Damian, to where, say, we get the match between Sammy and Seth tonight, and turns around, Drew comes out and just fucking takes the fucking head off.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Right. What are you doing in my swamp? The stoic just retreats back to his vehicle.
You know what? Fuck you, Jackie, is what he said. Just drove away. Why'd you pull up?
Yeah, well, what is it with Jackie Ryman and no one in WWE wanted to get interviewed by her? Yeah. Everybody hating on your girl.
Right. Did Damian get the case back from Sammy? Yes. Mandated by Adam Pearce. Sammy had to give the case back as Shinsuke Nakamura coming out to take on Tozawa. And I believe someone said Tozawa, new Heritage Cup winner tomorrow. Tozawa, we're getting Tozawa on back-to-back shows, Nick.
At this point, we've got him way more than I expected. He's become the R-Truth of WWE. He's showing up in all the
places.
and everywhere in all the Alpha Academy segments. 100% of he's out there in the like 5 sizes too large, like just girlfriend slept over at your house wearing your t-shirt type shit and everything.
Right. We're on the road to Survivor Series War Games. Yes, we are.
As I'm getting an advertisement for NXT, which will be here live for tomorrow night. As we're getting, they even mentioned a new star is born with Lyra Valkyria being the NXT Women's Champion. We're getting Braun Breaker versus the man who took his forehead from an outie to an innie, and Juan Wagner. What?
Tyler Bate versus Dijak for the Iron Survivor.
Yeah, dude, listen to me. You need to be here.
Plus, Tiffany will be in action as well tomorrow.
All the epiphanies.
So we're epiphany.
You can hijack yourself into an epiphany. What?
There you go. I think based on your arms, you're going for a pause.
I was trying. Yeah.
So Nick's going to take a pause for the cause, my people. We are in commercial break number 3. We're rolling along. So far, so good. Raw off to a decent start. A lot of intrigue. Of course, if you don't know, we are going to get Sammy versus Seth. We have Shinsuke coming up against Tozawa. Yeah, Nakamura better win this one. I don't see a place where he doesn't. But listen, I'll give him credit. I mean, they're kind of using the ninja. Yeah, Tozawa. A little bit more. Tozawa for the trophy wouldn't be bad. My only hesitation there is I think they're building up Metaphor. And I think internally, like Nick, they're kind of okay with Metaphor having the title and running around with it. So I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards Noam for the retention. Pause. Shinsuke was better in Impact. I can't confirm or deny that, to be 100% honest with you, sir. Definitely better in New Japan. Drew McIntyre is snapping, so he's heel later on tonight. Valid. So you have right now we got Damian Priest angry because of what happened with his briefcase last night. Drew McIntyre took a loss. We saw Rhea Ripley approach him. So again, are we going to get Drew McIntyre involved in the main event? Are we going to get the Judgment Day involved in the main event? One way or another, I believe that tonight's main event is going to get squashed. I believe it's going to get ruined. I believe we're not going to get a winner. We're no contesta, if you will, and it will help build towards War Games. Shit, maybe everyone's brawling at the end and Regal walks. If you guys see William Regal, get ready because you know what he's going to do. Though I think he's still not allowed on TV. I believe that's the condition of his release. I'm not even joking. I've been waiting for this match. Shinsuke and Tozawa? Yeah, it should be fun. I mean, there's something there with Tozawa. The problem with Tozawa is he ran around in his pajamas for 3 years. He was the ninja for like ever. And it was him and the Scooby-Doo gang chasing around the 24/7 title for the longest time in the stupidest shit, trying to get Reggie. It was dumb. It was dumb. And I thought Tozawa was all but buried. The fact that they never released him, they held on to him. Interesting. So we'll get him tonight. You're probably going to lose. And then he'll take on Noam Dar tomorrow. Nakamura for the win. New Day needs Big E back really bad. They are boring. Again, it's just we've seen it. A New Day, yes, it is. It doesn't get the same reaction as it used to, especially because Big E's not the guy doing it. It's a recording. I don't know. I just feel like they've been the same for so long. Maybe it's time that you remember when the New Day originally started and they were very heelish. They won a lot by cheating. They screwed around a lot. That's how we got Francesca. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know. But Tozawa is in the ring. We're about to get the ding ding. Alpha Academy at ringside. Imagine if TK said White had to give back the MJF his title back, but that would make sense. So I guess that's why it hasn't happened. Again, you would imagine in most places there would be some type of conversation at least, right? Even if Jay White said, "Oh, I was told to give this belt back, but I'm not doing it. I don't care what they say." That helped me a little bit. Tozawa, wow. Near fall right out of the gate. Tozawa not messing around. Tope Ninja. There you go. The backstage interviewer lady acting is bad. Hey, you be nice to Jackie Redmond. She's a nice Canadian girl, and I'm a big fan. But yes, maybe not the most convincing. Get to the chopper. That's his shtick. Crazy how we haven't seen Mama Carhill yet. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks like for all extensive purposes, she's been more present on NXT programming than on the main roster programming. So maybe that is her starting point. Is she the one that comes out and says, "Oh, it was really cute that you won, Bird Lady, but I would like that belt now"? It could happen. Nakamura catching Tozawa. Oh, no, he didn't. Hurricane Rana. Maple Leafs losing 4-3. Yeah, they came back from 4-1, so at least they woke up a little. But yeah. So the Jets are trying everything to lose this game. That's what the Jets do. The only team that tries harder to lose is the Giants. Finally, a Tiffany match tomorrow if she doesn't go savage mode. I think Tiffany's going to pick up a big win tomorrow and remind everybody who she is. And keep in mind, we technically have a very squeaky clean baby face holding onto that title right now. So for my money, yeah, Tiffany, Jade, there's some real good potentially heels come around to come after her. Another roll up, another miss. Tozawa is all over Shinsuke. Another kick out. Bigfoot. Shinsuke's had enough. Wow. And there you go, Bobby. Your 50-50 split's about to go down the toilet. Shin gets, you know what? Not bad. Not bad for what it was. Nakamura should have won easily and convincingly. Tozawa surprises him out of the gate, shakes his cage a little bit, and then Tozawa gets the big win because he's just had enough. Tyler Bate versus Dijak is going to be a hell of a match tomorrow. Damian, I'm with you. I like that booking. It's just unfortunate because it's a qualifier, so only one's going to get in. Hey, Jobson's having a giggle. I'm good. How are you, C Money? So Victor giving C Money some love. Oh, wait. Otis is gyrating in the ring. You heard me. Okay. William Regal will be on TV in 2024. Yeah, I knew it was like 1 year that he couldn't appear. But could they get away with using a William Regal recording? Like, could you take a past War Games announcement and just put it up on the big screen? Is that allowed? Could you use the audio? Maybe not the visual. But I know he is not allowed to appear on WWE TV as part of conditions of his release. Was you can be there, you can work there, you cannot have a presence on television. So they're reminding us tonight, Seth freaking Rollins versus Sami Zayn, as I believe we're heading into yet another commercial break. I think that's number 4 for the evening. Can Dijak not jobbed in this match tomorrow night? I think you're saying, can he not job? Yeah, I think Dijak can win. I'd be very happy. My money would be on Dijak, Vance, if I was picking. This could lead to a Shinsuke and Gable feud or a match. Again, good. You want to keep the mid-card interesting. You want to keep the middle of the show interesting. You need things away from the championships that matter. We'll see. Apparently, Otis wants a piece of them. So maybe Shinsuke just works a program with Alpha Academy for a little bit because you need him doing something. New Day needs a new team to feud with. Edgar, you might be right. Maybe that's part of the problem with the New Day is they kind of are that stopgap. They just kind of throw them into stuff. Let's see. We'll find out. Evil Shin for the W. We got that. A lot of people pick Shin for obvious reasons. Triple H is cooking it. Listen, I know not everybody loves WWE. I know there's mixed emotions about it. I know I feel a lot of people still hold on to the past and they're not really working with trips. They're like, well, the WWE always does X. And I think with trips, there has been change. There has been different feel to the show, different cadence to the show. Things have not been as cookie cutter. However, they are very committed to telling their stories. They don't break their storylines. They have a hierarchy that you have to climb. And for some people, it gets a little monotonous. It gets a little boring. But again, nobody is doing it on that level, not even close. They need to bring back JoJo for the interviews. Yeah, bring back JoJo. We love JoJo. Japanese Ken. I'll take that. Jade is going to pluck Bird Lady, getting the NXT title. Very possible, Chambers. You might be onto something there. As far as my thought was, Jade was going to take on Becky. Now, there are reports that Becky may have injured herself in a house show. So I don't know if that causes a change to things. I don't know if she walks onto the main roster and takes on Rhea super quick, say she wins the Battle Royal tonight. I wonder if that's too fast. Maybe not. But if she walks in and dominates NXT for a while, maybe that helps build up the name you're looking for. 2-0, Night Tozawa in a big way, Victor. 1-0. What do you think about it? TK signing women's wrestlers, Megan Bourne, KJ, and Nick. Well, I'll take this one. Okay, I guess. I don't know. I mean, should I really be jumping? I'm very indifferent about this. And maybe it's I don't know enough about Megan, but again, to me, what does it mean for AEW? AEW signings, I think I'm at the point where I've got a little jaded about, see what I did there? Jaded about TK signings, because what does that mean for the talent? Does that mean they're going to come in, do a couple jobs, or have a winning streak, but then burn out? Does it matter? I'll get excited for the wrestler when I see them come in and be booked in a grandiose way that works. I mean, it was a big deal they signed Jay White. It hasn't, it's kind of been hit and miss for Jay. It was a big deal FTR re-signed. It's been kind of hit and miss for FTR. So, I mean, I'm a little hesitant with a relative unknown. I don't know if I care that much. Maybe I should, but I don't. Shinsuke Nakamura wins. Naka wins, big deal. Well, I mean, it was a decent match. It was what it was. You got to understand that some of those TV matches are going to be just like that one. 2-0, 2-0. What's up? And a top star should have dusted him. I'm getting a natty package. Pause. Why are they building up natty? Gave you a like. I appreciate it. I know we're over 100 likes on this stream, folks. We'd love to get to 100 live together on this stream. So keep pushing for it. Keep telling your friends. Let us know who's watching more live wrestling, and the best place to do it if you want to be entertained, because the wrestling might suck. We never do. Ronnie, what they need to do is make Shinsuke's song slower and more like keep the rhythm, but slow it down. Okay, interesting take. I like his entrance. I was mad when they took away his spotlight, like that drop of when the violin drops. Sorry, real quick. Battle Royal. I got Ivy Nile. I see Tegan. I see Xia Li. I see Piper. I see Chelsea. I see Becky, Shayna, Zoe, Raquel. I saw other people there too. Maybe somebody can fill in some gaps. Over under 2012 commercials. Chambers. I like it. We're at 4. Ooh, 12's a filthy number. It's very interesting. We got Adam Pierce talking about Gunther. I'm going to get back to you in a second, Chambers. Okay, so he's just talking about how do you guys feel about the presence of Pierce lately? I feel like they've turned it up a little bit. He's not just the guy who reacts to things going on in the back. He's literally making announcements. He's stepping out in front of things. And he's telling us why he picked the 4 gentlemen that are in the Fatal 4-Way. Where is Jade? Simmering. She's training. She's getting ready. They want to make sure when she gets cut loose that she's ready to be cut loose. I'm down for Nakamura versus Otis. I'm glad you are, Damian. I don't really, I don't know. It is what it is. Over 12, my pick. Under over 12. Chambers. I'm going to go over. I'll go over as well. KJ, I just looked up last night's winners. I watched replay. I can honestly say I got all predictions right. Larry, I don't even remember you being there. I don't see you on the list, my guy. We'll double check, but I don't think so. Jade might not debut until Rumble. I think that's too far, Victor. I mean, could they hold her out till Survivor Series? Again, because there was so much hype. At what point does the hype die down a little bit, Victor? Is Rumble too far away? If she does nothing between then and now, does she become like Veer Mahan of like, all right, what's up? I was at the house show. She wrestled Natty on Saturday. There you go. There you go. How'd that go, Paul? KJ and Nick, did you hear that WWE is interested in signing Japanese star Julia? I love that movie. But yeah, I've heard it. I think she's good. It would be very interesting how they plan on utilizing her. Would it be, does she take a stint in NXT, build her name up through NXT and go from there? Maybe. I don't know. Again, in what I feel is a, very shark-filled waters, that is the WWE women's division with a plethora of talent. Julia is going to be, up against it. No different than anyone else being signed and brought in. But we are getting the Fatal 4-Way up next, guys, by the way, if you were wondering. Who do you think can win the belt from Rhea? Right now, nobody. I mean, I wouldn't take it off Rhea right now for what she's doing. Realistically, I mean, a Raquel, a Nia, one of the other big, strong women that could really push Rhea to the limits works for me. But I do not know right now that you do it. I mean, just because she's so over, I don't know if you fuck with it. Natty's package. Speaking of Natty's package,
I'm not fucking with it or Natty's package. Speaking of, not great.
We're going to commercial break number 5 as Ivar making his entrance.
Natty on her final run says, Dan, I don't know.
They sold it. They gave us a Natty package.
She could still go. Like, she could be what we thought they were going to do with Marina Shafir and all of that, of kind of has a bit of a run, kind of more backstage, but kind of does both. That view with it.
I will say someone asked about my like what's in my mug, by the way, and I just jumped over it because
I'm drinking rum and Red Bull.
You never know what's in the mug. Sometimes it's coffee, sometimes it's
right. It's the KJ secret stuff,
right? I still got my my sippy cup.
Bro, that's still, I'm still dying over the fact that it took me so long to like get all of the little references and everything of like. I've had people message me of what's in the cup, secret stuff,
the good stuff. But yeah, the devil's in the details, my guy.
That's why often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. You might go to other channels and they try and do what we do, but the reason why we do is because other people can't do what we do.
Jim Cornette does not like Shinsuke. Add that to a very long list. Yes, he's not a fan of Shaky Nakamura.
The shorter list is telling me things Jim Cornette likes. Let's see. Wendy's hamburgers. Older Wendy's hamburgers. His dog, his wife, like NWA. The list is far shorter.
Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Yeah, it's a small list.
Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Not anymore.
Well, again, some of these are to a point. Much like Ring of Honor, to a point.
Adam Pearson had to step up because Nick Aldis is running SmackDown with an iron fist. Do you like the fact that Pierce just
I
led?
love it. I love it.
Yeah, I like Scrap Daddy.
I think this has been, and we've been critical of at times when WWE does the authority figure and everything like that, because it is a little bit passing, it is a little bit overdone. But when these are two guys that you could know that maybe if you push them enough, especially Nick Aldis, could still go.
Well, and I think for me, it ties back into like, I remember the days of like Gorilla and Tunney, where like,
I'll give
every
you
time
it,
you
it
saw those
feels like
motherfuckers,
Bischoff and Flair type vibes.
well, it's just every time you saw those guys, you knew they were going to tell you something of substance. Like it was important. Oh shit, Jack Tunney's here. Like, what is going to happen? Or Gorilla Monsoon would show.
I'll give you that. I was looking
Right?
at more of like one of those, if they're both trying to prove how they're better than the other one, if they're literally going tit for tat. Of like, even when you had the first draft of, and with SmackDown, we draft Ric Flair, The Rock or whatever, and then the Raw turns around and drafts the NWO, a lethal dose of poison.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's, again, we talked about this draft this year, and even the selection of the people was very, you go here, you go there, don't worry, we don't give a fuck, we're just doing this.
Well, I like now that
I like the new
this,
vibe.
like, I think this works well into a Survivor Series of this is the first time that we really had it to where maybe the GMs actually act like they give a fuck, as we're getting an advertisement for Elimination Chamber in Perth, Australia, by the way, in case anyone was questioning on WWE going international. Larry's just out here shouting out the McRib. Is it back? Or are you just calling us the McRib of pro wrestling?
Can I ask, what is the American deal with the McRib? Because it's not the same here. Like we don't care that I know of.
I'll put it to you honestly. Honestly, as an American, is because it is limited.
Is that what it is?
That's what I genuinely feel, because I can go and get, a Swanson's fucking 80,000 pack of them same fucking riblets and everything, and some sandwich rolls and throw some pickles or whatever. But it's the fact that it is limited and McDonald's.
Sorry, we're back from commercial, and this is interesting between Pierce and Seth, Nick.
Right. I'm born to run. I'm a peacock, and you got to let me fly.
Pierce not happy with Seth. Then again, one of the criticisms of a guy like Jim Cornette is, oh, these wrestlers just make all the matches. Well, here's at least answering to that. Sorry.
No, I was just saying wrong company does that.
Well, and again, I mean, I think we've seen it a lot where, like, two guys get in an argument on any wrestling show, and then they're like, I'll fight you later. And you're like, you didn't have anything planned? Like,
Steven is out here. Steven Elimination Chambers needs donations for Australia. How apropos, I guess, but no, 100%.
This is not the channel that looks for donations, though.
No, we don't need your money to get tickets and everything to go to someplace. We put this back into how we can do a better product for y'all and everything like that. How we can keep doing it bigger and better.
Every penny we get goes back into what we're doing, and guys, we're just building up the bank here, and it's going to be a fun one.
Big bank, take little bank. Big things popping, little things stopping up to something. Season never sleeps.
Damn, I'm glad y'all said it all.
First off,
Jade is still too green, but A-Town, what if she spent
unintended
100? But what if she spent the last 2 months every day, 5 days a week? Well, not every day, 5 days a week, like just working out at the Performance Center. Is she potentially not a better wrestler when she debuts in WWE than she was when she left AEW?
But is green ring? Is it green for the AEW Ring of Honor style, or is it green for the WWE style? Because that's the thing. There is a difference. And 100%, Jade fits in that style. That's why everybody was like, oh, she's going to go to WWE. She looks like a WWE chick. Everything like that. And why she even had a little tree out there at the Performance Center before she went to AEW. That's why you have guys that are litmus tests, like Sean Wellman, X-Pac was constantly a litmus test of even Jericho when he came over.
And you're not wrong.
He's a litmus test now.
I think people think that, like, at times we forget that the athletes are doing stuff behind the scenes. So The last time we seen her in AEW with a mat, fighting Chris Statlander, she looked green as fucking all hell.
Yeah.
But now you look at, we're 4 months removed from that, 5 months removed from that. She might be a completely dialed in human being right now.
I know we joke about, we're talking about practice, not a game. We're talking about practice, but these motherfuckers are still athletes. Like they're still practicing constantly.
4-4. Woo woo.
Oh, goes for this. Oh, kick to the face on Miz. I was going to say.
Rude.
Goes for the drop and nobody home as right now Ricochet and Ivar. Oh. Man got teabagged by a Viking.
14-0 Chargers. Holy shit.
Don't make me question my stats right now.
But folks, we are rolling along. If you haven't made a pick for this match, get in the chat. Let us know. Miz steals the win. I think Miz is going to win this match.
This man has negative 80 points. But yeah, no, I'm still going to win. But I get that that's the angle that they're going with. I just hope it's going to backfire like a bitch in their face.
I think they're better off with Ivar, but that's just my take.
I think they're better off with Bronson or Ricochet. Oh my god! What
Ricochet might be hurt.
That?
Ricochet
Someone
might
put
be
that
hurt.
100%. That was the greatest thing ever. Bronson Reed literally just used a slingshot off the ropes to literally propel Ricochet into a Hurricane Rana on Ivar.
The Miz plays to the crowd. I guess Ricochet's okay, man. That was a deep Hurricane Rana.
But that was clever. That's some creative shit. Like it's all the big man, little man, lucha shit that we watched, multi-man matches. That's creative.
Well, that's what I say. Like Nick, people look at the results or the clips of WWE and they go, "Oh, they did the same shit." But then you watch this match and go, "Nah, this is good."
Yeah, that's the thing.
You actually watch, there's something there.
Yeah, it's paint by numbers, but the numbers you still watch Bob Ross of like, I know he's gonna paint some small puffy clouds, but I still want to see the man paint the puffy clouds.
I gotta post the picture of me dressed as Bob Ross.
If you have my beard as Bob Ross, I swear to fuck.
That was a good one. Becky was there. Becky was there, man. Yeah, she was on the graphic. Yes.
Are you Nicolas Cage? Like, I feel like this fucking mannerism needs to happen. And they're saying Becky was there, man.
There, man. Becky wins the Battle Royal.
Oh my god.
I don't want Becky to win the Battle Royal, Ronnie.
The fucking Clash of the Titans right there. The fucking Battle of the Kaiju just happened between Ivar and Bronson Reed as they just cross-bodied each other into nothingness.
Because we haven't got a lot of Bronson and Ivar on, we're still building kind of both these guys. It might be okay if out of this match develops a rivalry between them two and they have a couple matches.
I like that there are divisions within WWE of everybody feels like, okay, Ricochet, he's kind of in like that IC range. Maybe he pops up in the main card. Same thing, Bronson. Same thing, Miz. Like,
yeah,
U.S. title. You've got Santos. You've got Ray. You've got Logan, obviously, who just won it. You're getting this differentiating of talent without telling you that you're in a different slot.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. KJ got some. Don't give me none of that Sunny D. I want that purple stuff.
What? I know the commercial. I'm like, are you on lane on that purple stuff?
I was quoting the GOAT, Mr. Chappelle.
Yeah, you're on that lean.
I think Dom cost Ricochet since Ricochet attacked him after the match last week. Interesting. Dirty Dom versus Ricochet.
I'd be here for it, 100%.
Right.
But that's the thing is, this is how you can have stories that go throughout your show and have matches that correlate around that, but don't do nothing but help it out and not pull away from it. And even if it does pull away from it, okay, so then you course correct. Versus AEW is great booking of if you want to watch great matches, there is no story to anything.
No, not at all. Family Guy. Family
Guy.
Everyone talking about the McRib. Corny secretly has a man crush on Vince Russo.
No, as someone who has at least spoken to one half of that argument, no.
No, the restraining orders were real, folks. Like, they weren't a work.
Facts.
Australia is a myth.
So then is this where we pull up our buddy Pierce, who down there? Like, we know people down in Australia.
Mm-hmm. I think we're in commercial break number 6. If anybody was wondering out there, the Fatal 4-Way is still continuing, folks. Make sure you get in this chat and let us know what's on your wrestling mind. We got so much more to talk about here tonight.
Right.
We're a little behind. Where is Wrestle Kingdom 18 going to be next year? KJ and Nick.
Japan.
Tokyo. Japan. Yeah.
It will be in. We were both right. It will be in Tokyo, Japan. It will be on the Tokyo Dome. See, what comes around is all around, Ricky.
When are we going to start booking Mania? Survivor Series and on. We'll start leaning the stories towards what they're going to get at Mania.
Who's to say we haven't?
Touche.
Tabernacle.
That's the thing is,
in a while. You're gonna have these subtle storylines that carry over, because at the end of the day, there's certain companies that are short-term booking and there's certain companies that are long-term booking.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I got sidetracked by the comment. Jim Cornette managing Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't see that working out.
No.
Why are you shaking, you idiot?
I don't see Jim Cornette being involved in pro wrestling beyond what he is currently.
Well, again, what he's currently doing.
Why would he have to?
Yeah, and I mean, him taking money from any of the companies, diffuses his vinegar, his piss and vinegar. Like, it really subtle.
Yeah, but you don't even have to take money from these companies and people still call you a shill for this company or that company. We've been there.
You can't do it, right? I mean, even the joke that he, sent out about thanks for the invite to the show, Jeff Jarrett. I'll wait till you have another. I don't have someone to go with me, so I have to wait for another promo.
Yeah, but still, you can't tell me that even them doing it. Even the camera shook there.
Gunther's smiling.
And he's watching it straight on. He's not watching it sideways.
You literally stole the fucking. I was gonna say he's watching
he can actually see it.
He's not watching it
having to beep out the holy sugar honey iced tea chants.
Skittles or M&Ms. JV, that's a dirt sheet debate question. That's what you bring to the rapid fire round.
No, honestly, go ahead.
M&Ms.
What answer?
M&Ms.
Can we bring in variations, or are we going straight up? Like, are we going original M&Ms?
I don't care. And any variation of M&Ms is better than any.
Caramel or crunch or pretzel M&Ms are God tier or S tier 100% when it comes to snacks. If we're going basic generic M&Ms versus Skittles.
No, Skittles. I mean, I'm always going to choose the chocolate.
Tropical fruit or tropical blend, the purple package, 100% hits hard as shit as a candy.
No, M&M all the way. Oh, DDT and a pop for Miz. They're doing it. I think they're piping in
the flex. Like, bitch, my pecs are bigger than yours. What are you doing?
Listen, I mean, Miz is a vet. So I mean, listen, I'm shocked that they're even considering a babyface thing, but then he drills
DDT on Ricochet. Don't let my man do this dirty and take that pin. Thank you. This man is out here in fucking Pink Ranger gear.
Teddy Long, good example, Aaron. I agree with that one. You knew when Teddy walked out, there was people getting in the ring. It might have been all.
We'll have a tag team match. Play a holla, holla, holla. And you, Miz, you go one-on-one with the Undertaker.
Right? Natty, Nikki Cross, Ivy Niles in the Battle Royal, guys. Tegan Knox.
Everybody.
Ivar and Bronson Reed, big men slapping meat. Yeah, two big beefy boys going toe to toe.
Yes, we still need that as a t-shirt in the merch store, and we still need a Brunch with the Boys t-shirt.
I have a note right here, yeah. And I do want to. I don't know if I can work backwards on the Brunch with the Boys, but we can definitely move forward with it.
Well, we can still do a reverse catalog collection here.
It's true. I thought reverse something.
Something strange in the neighborhood.
Free agent, but doesn't acknowledge your past. You know what I don't get is why they call her the hottest free agent, but they did acknowledge her past. That's what I mean, I disagree with that. I feel like Jade's been different. They have acknowledged that she's come from the wrestling world, and she's done interviews talking about where she's come from.
Who? Are we talking about Jade? As we got a 2 count from Ivar.
That's my guess.
I know we had the Kingdom, the Planet of the Apes trailer come out here and everything like that, but Ivar to me halfway looks like he's the fucking missing link. He looks like he's out here the fucking Sasquatch in the Jackslings commercials here. No, he's stunt doubles as the Jacklings. We don't need Macho Man for the Jacklings. We're Slim Jim. We got Sam Squanch for the Jacklings.
He's the angry Sam Squanch.
100%. I'm telling you, we don't need Macho. You need to hoof it on to a fucking.
But he's a good big man. And he's a mobile big man.
Right. And he'd be great as a Jacklinks pitchman. We don't need him as an IC title holder.
I'm like
his career will get over as a Slim Jim pitchman or Jackling pitchman.
I can't say much. I'm like one shaveless week away from being fucking Harry and the Hendersons, so I'm not gonna say shit to the man.
I didn't even think about it with the gravy,
right?
Fuck. Wait, well, no. So, because you're Canadian, does that make you an abominable snowman? Versus a Sam Squanch?
Depends. I got to go a little further north than where I am.
You're the Yeti.
The Yeti. Look at this. Look at this. Both men going to the top, eyeballing each other.
Oh, please tell me this ring fucking collapses here.
I'm doing it. No,
give me this spot right now of the ring fucking goes.
Ivar said
I slammed my fucking desk so hard, my mouse fucked up.
Both baby faces are going to move. No, only one moved.
Oh, one move. 1, 2, 3. We had a.
What the fuck did the ref do?
The ref had on a fucking 4 count, 5 count, 8 count. What in the name of Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou just happened here?
Oh my god! I want to see a replay of Miz just holding on to them titties, the whole pin.
Why did Pepe Sylvia here fucking? Giuseppe over here fucking count a 4 count on one guy and a 3 count on another.
So the Miz and Ivar. The Miz and Ivar.
That's the worst. Like if you could literally pick a worse outcome. And I get even if you had the Miz win, like if you're gonna have the Miz win, that's the worst outcome you could have had.
Why?
To both win. At least have one win.
So what's wrong with the both of them winning? I didn't expect that.
Right, and because I didn't expect it doesn't mean I wanted it. Doesn't mean it's good. I don't expect someone to throw dog shit on my front porch, but if they do, it doesn't mean it's fucking good.
We already said the Miz going after Gunther is probably not going to work. Is not going to be great. So now we get Ivar in the mix, and now you could actually have that title potentially change hands.
So we can do just like how we had the Zombies match between Miz and John Morrison. Right. We can have the Slim Jims, the fucking.
I don't know how you made that jump.
Match between fucking the Miz and Ivar.
Let's go. I called the Miz. Ivar laying boots for the Mizer.
Boo. I am in misery right now. Boo.
Why? I think it's good. Now you're going to get a triple threat.
I'd rather a fucking singles than a triple threat.
But Gunther should destroy Miz. So this is a way to not have him get destroyed. It makes it more compelling. It's everything.
So Ivar jobs.
No, I think Ivar or The Miz could win. This is your way out for Gunther.
Ah, no, there's no way. There's really no way you do that.
Why wouldn't you?
Because sensible booking. There's no way
you suck.
You do that.
You suck. You suck. The crowd is into this, my guy.
Or is that piped like the Damian chant or the Dominic chant here?
Every
we
time
need SRS to let us know if they're piped or not.
Ricochet kicked out. That was a mess. The ref made it a little clunky. It's trying to sell us on the confusion. Yeah.
That ref count on the fucking 7 count.
No, I'm okay with a triple threat for that title because Gunther's so fucking dominant. What do? You already said you didn't want The Miz. You weren't going to get Ricochet. We've had it. Bronson, we've had. So this is a way where if Ivar is in the way of Gunther, it could actually lead to The Miz winning this belt.
I think it's more of I hate the idea of Miz winning the belt.
Okay, but again, we want to mix
right, valid, but
I mean, I don't love it. I think it was interesting booking. I want Ivar to win. Let's go.
I wanted
Maxine's in the thing.
Bruh. She looks like
there you go. It's even better. There you go. So the Miz won straight up. I'm with you. There you go. My bet worked, played out. That's why Boston agreed with me.
Bro, okay. Maxine looks like a fish turned into a human. I missed
the kick out altogether. The ref did fuck that up.
Oh, well, no, you had the ref count like a fucking 4 or 5 count.
Well, it was just like
instead of a 3 count.
Yeah, that was a little sloppy, but at least a little different. And I thought it was a good fatal 4-way. I thought it was fun to watch.
There is so much right there that I could go off of a little sloppy, but enjoyable to watch. Fatal 4-way that I didn't expect went the way it was going to go. Move on. Move on.
End up that way. Yo, Nick, if you want the title to realistically change hands, it's best to have a triple threat match. Let's be real. Ivar and The Miz isn't as dominant to beat Gunther one-on-one.
Who said I wanted to have the title change hands?
Because eventually Gunther's got to move on, dude.
Eventually. Not here.
Why not?
Rumble.
Okay, hold it till Rumble. Okay.
You do a Rumble and you have him. Could you have Gunther? He loses the title at the Rumble pay-per-view, is in the Rumble match, and is in the Final Four.
Say that again. If he's in the Rumble match and in the Final Four?
After he's already lost the title on that show.
I don't know. I don't know if that's even necessary. With Gunther's such an aura about him, if he was to lose his belt at any point and then show up the next week and say, I had a run with that belt, I lost it, shit happens, now I want that belt, that champion's on notice. He doesn't have to go through anything to get there.
But I'm saying if you build up the Royal Rumble 4, say the Royal Rumble 4 is Cody, Gunther, LA Knight, and who would you add as a 4th?
Doesn't matter because Cody's winning it. So,
well, no, I'm just saying. Oh, like literally, it's one of those that to me right there is that's a Rumble 3 or Rumble 4. You're still going to get compelled of anybody could win it at any moment.
I don't think
I get the
foregone conclusion.
They could still surprise us.
Yeah, unless Gunther's winning it, he doesn't need to be there. I'd rather him being involved in something else. He's bigger than that.
You'd rather hate the potential of a surprise?
But what do you mean? We just got a surprise and you didn't like it.
No. That's not a surprise. That's a turn in a punch bowl.
That's a surprise. I'm okay with it.
So because it's a surprise doesn't mean it's a good surprise. You're telling me that you wouldn't be compelled if we're down to the Final 4 of the Royal Rumble. And I understand we all know what's going to happen.
So if it turns
LA Knight, Gunther, Cody, and so.
So to watch Cody or Jimmy Uso or Jay Uso chuck Gunther over the rope with the 3 people left, for him just to walk home, I mean, I don't really think it moves the needle for me. I'd rather see him in, some type of something that matters. Whether he still has
what if he does it that night? But what if he is there that night and say he drops the belt that night and then you get the potential of maybe he moves up, because that's the thing is
in the same night. Well,
could
that's
be.
unlikely. Oh, maybe. Okay, it could work.
You think Ivar
Yes,
is a valid threat for the IC title right now?
the way they're building him, yeah. I don't get why you're stuck on the fact this is a big dude that can move, and I don't understand what the hang up is there. I think if he was going after Gunther, I would be more than happy to watch that match. I like Ivar.
I would not be drawn to Ivar versus Gunther for the IC belt.
I guarantee you by the end of that match, you'd be like, shit, I was really wrong. This is excellent. I guarantee you.
In a triple threat match, per
even one-on-one,
maybe. In a
now we're not
one-on-one,
sure.
I don't know.
Right, there you go. I thought it, listen, I don't even know. It will be all good, Big Nick. All right.
What comes around is all around.
Puff,
I
puff,
guess.
pass.
Woosah.
Is it going to be a swerve to move the needle? Yeah, I agree with this one.
Well, even a swerve tonight could be if we actually get a full match between Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn.
Mhm.
Like, let's
Yeah,
not forget that that's still on the platter here.
And they just reminded us that he failed to cash in. Headlines. That was definitely bad reffing. I get what the ref was trying to do, but they didn't have it set up in a way that it just ended up like, now we're getting the replay. So does Ricochet? Because the ref was like, no.
1, 2,
grabbing them titties.
3.
Oh, Ricochet did
kick out. So on that, but no, initially it looked like he counted a fucking 4 count.
It looked like he counted a 3 on both, and apparently not. But Ivar beats the shit out of Miz, and Miz gets over with the crowd. I know. I didn't expect it either.
Painful.
All right. But if for those who keep telling me that, oh, you just get the same
every time Gunther is going to chop the Miz, Gunther's going to get cheered and the Miz is going to get booed. The Miz will get cheered now, but I'm telling you, when that match happens, Gunther's going to get cheered.
I'm not even going to debate that with you, because I do think that's a big problem here, is if they can carry this through. Now, so far, the fact that the crowd is this behind him now blows my mind. Never mind later.
Yeah, you want to see a fucking car crash every now and then, so go ahead and act like a grown.
But I'm surprised you're getting behind this guy. Like, we've just been years of the same shit. But again, for the critics who are like, they only do the same stuff, I mean, I'm getting a lot of shit tonight that doesn't look like a lot of the other shit I've seen. I mean, DIY versus the Creed brothers, a package for the Creed brothers. I mean, Ivar, guys that we like that don't get used are getting used. Bronson Reed's in there. I'm giving them marks.
There hasn't been much tonight that really been like, oh, this is dragged. Oh, I'm kind of sick in seeing this. Oh, I don't want to miss the, or like, I don't want to see this. Like, we're getting a big video package for the Creed brothers. They're signing their Raw contracts earlier today, which, boy, howdy.
And Ivy's got her own too, guys. If anybody's wondering, Ivy's part of the deal.
Yeah. Puka shell fucking braids and all.
Now, here's the thing. They're going to get a match with DIY. This is a tough one to call. DIY needs a win. If they get dusted.
I think I'm going to call this a certain way. I think this goes Creed brothers. I almost wonder if DIY's time has passed.
Are you basing that on like limited reaction to them getting back together?
Limited reaction, limited booking.
They just got back together, so
right. But even then, you can't tell me you can't book Ciampa to do some shit. You can't book Gargano to do some shit. Like, I don't give a shit about just got back together. Like, they've been off in the abyss, floating in the mist.
Okay, but they just, like I said, they brought DIY in. They got the Creed brothers in. They're trying to build this tag team division to send Ciampa and Gargano off on solo missions before they even got going. To me, would be counterintuitive, counterproductive. Miz Babyface, I still can't get over it. Fuck.
I'll give you that, but it's just been one of those of Was the reaction for DIY together that big versus the reaction for the Creed brothers showing up on the main roster?
Yeah, I mean, about the same. I mean, I don't know if people like, again, you're just introducing a new young tag team to the company or to this fan base. So I think there was some people happy about both, but I don't know if one was, oh, the Creeds were way more over than DIY. I don't know
Long
if
story
that's
short, I'll take the Creeds on this match.
yeah, take the Creeds. I'm gonna take DIY. Though I
Fair
think the Creeds should win this one. That's
Mm.
why I'm torn. Torn. Miz is going to be WWE champ again. You shut maybe. Fuck.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. How do you feel about their new theme music, their new Titantron?
I mean,
everything?
again, kind of what I was just saying, as you reintroduce DIY to the WWE universe, new music, new Titantron, new look. I would be hard pressed to imagine that their time is past and not just beginning.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I think this will be one of those that this will tell, because if they get the win over the Creed brothers, they're pushing DIY. If the Creed brothers get the win over DIY, they're pushing the Creeds. That's the thing. This is a litmus test, I would say.
Feel in a company that people want the tag team division to grow, that you need tag teams to win and lose and stay tag teams.
Oh, I get that, but you don't think that you have one that's just been called up to the main roster, you have one that's just been reintroduced. Who needs to win more? It's much like what we talked about with Cody and Damian of who needs to win more.
But to me, whoever loses this match is still going to be in that division and get a lot of.
I'm not saying they're going to break up or anything like that. I'm saying it's you really establish the pecking order a bit.
Yeah, I think you would. I mean, again, a strong message if the Creeds take out DIY. I could see DIY winning and just saying, sorry, folks, like, sorry, kids, you're not quite ready yet. So I'm intrigued by this one. Again, not a predictable match for those who are critical of predictable wrestling.
Fair enough. As we are getting advertisement for later tonight, we're getting Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn for the World Heavyweight Championship, as I've got Julius Creed and Tommaso Ciampa right now.
Right. KJ Miz is going to be champ again. Why are you telling me? I agree. It's going to happen. Babyface Miz to the belt.
I was just going to joke and say that's just what Maurice calls him, because outside of that, he's getting maybe the 24/7 title.
Right. I want to see Braun Breaker versus Gunther. In time.
Give it time. Give it time.
The Creeds versus DIY. Yes, up next, folks. If you want to get a prediction in, if you're new here and you haven't done this before, we take a prediction on all the matches. Plus, we take a rating out of 10 at the end of the night. So make sure you get in the chat and let us know what you're thinking. The Creed brothers signed Raw contract. Sorry, go.
No, I was just going to say, I see about 60 people right now kicking around with us and everything. Let's see if we can get that to them. Lovely triple digits. Oh, as we've got DIY going out to the outside, get caught by the Creed brothers. Double back elbow.
Oh, double moonsault. Missed. I think, Charles, you're having trouble understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth. I see what they're doing with the Miz. I'm okay with them. I'm advocating for it right now.
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Like I'll be Luther, your anger translator.
Right.
Yes, they are pushing the Miz. The Miz is not over. The Miz is just there.
But he was over. Like, I mean, to me, what I just watched sounded like a guy who was over. Like, the crowd reacting great to him. When he was flexing, they were cheering. When he got beat up, they were booing. I mean, I got to give
baby face going to cheer for in the match.
What do you mean?
What other babyface?
Oh, Ricochet was standing right next to him. Oh, what? Ricochet's not a pure babyface?
No, I'll give you that. But Ricochet is one of those of he's the bastard redheaded stepchild.
Right? I mean, if you took a vote, I think the fans want to cheer for Ricochet more than they want to cheer for Miz. But apparently, they're working this man.
We're going to get reports of pipe dead audio.
Not going to go well.
Right.
Napoleon.
As I'm in commercial break.
Joaquin Phoenix as that is okay.
Yes.
All right.
I actually want to watch that movie.
It looks epic.
It looks really good.
Joaquin,
and I'm a history buff. I like.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's unfortunately only on Apple TV, I believe.
Okay. DIY is built up tag team.
Wait, so in your country, is that called Maple Leaf TV?
No, I got Apple TV, my guy. But we have Maple Leaf TV where the Blue Jays.
Fuck.
There you go. Yeah, like you're yeah, I'm sure the
Fox
American
News? Like our Fox
Wait,
News?
what?
Is that what you were gonna say?
No, I was gonna say like the Yankees, News? Right? Like the Yankees have their own.
Oh,
TV.
yes, that word. Yeah. Yes. Oh, okay. So you literally have a network just to the Leafs?
24/7 Toronto Maple Leafs. Yeah. The Maple Leaf Network.
Is there a crying soundtrack? Does it play in the background?
It's no, what they did, they'd select games that we actually won. So
all 5 of them. They play 5 games on a loop.
There's a lot of black and white memories
right.
of Slappy Morgan in the group winning trophies.
Back when the goalies wore the fucking mask because that's the only protection they had. How many fucking stitches they had on their masks? How many times they've been hit in the face?
Good old DIY is over. Richard's saying they're over. Quarterback sack.
What? Oh God! Now you got to make me check my stats.
No matter how much of a nuisance he is. All right, I feel like. Oh, there you go.
Nuisance Nick. Or nuance? Nuance. I think he said nuance.
I think he said nuisance because it starts here. Nick, Miz is a veteran and knows how to make.
So wait, hold on. So he's calling me a nuisance?
Maybe.
What? So no, sorry.
He's saying the Miz is a veteran. Knows how to work the crowd.
Mm-hmm. And.
Well, because you're kind of not.
Yeah, you know how to do it. You know how to do how. But you know who also knows how to do that? Heels. That's what he's doing. He's a heel.
Right. KJ Nick, one of the year-end awards. Yeah, the golden KJs, the 4 lifeies are going to be in and around Christmas season, folks. So stay tuned. Coming soon.
We might stuff your stockings with some golden KJs. Pause.
DIY for the win. DIY for the win. Oh, okay. How about Ivy versus Rhea Ripley? I'm all for it. I love Ivy Nile. She's small, though.
Scrappy do. Rhea will just literally have to put her hand on her forehead. That match will take 3 minutes.
But she'll break your arm for doing so. Let's go.
That match is I swing, I land, fight over.
Yeah. Oh, wait. All right, we're back. Ciampa flying double clothesline. I think we're going to break 7. Can anyone confirm 7, 8, 9? What the fuck?
Well, we need, like I said, we need our Prince of the Mid-South there. We're too vitamin up to sit there and keep track of counting.
No. I'd have to take my socks off.
Is that right? Is that weird that we did the tag to Gargano? We slapped the top of the fist instead of like an actual tag.
It depends who you ask. I mean, there's some people out there really upset about how tag teams tag nowadays.
Well, there's no tag rope or anything like that. If we're gonna fucking be hard and true to that,
right? The creeds are so legit, too legit.
Too legit to quit. Dun, dun, dun. But no, 100%. The Creeds helped the Texas Rangers win the World Series, so 100%.
Back on the fucking Creed.
Hello, my friend. We'll meet again.
Fucking the only thing Creed
with arms wide open.
This is going to be a banger. I'm with you. DIY. I hope Ivy gets a push. How about there's Curtis? How about Ivy?
Always late to the fucking party.
KJ Nick got that one.
Oh yeah, sometime between now and January 1st.
KJ was commercial break 8. Thank you. Getting close to 10. There you go. Warrior Ciampa. Vitamins BM.
He's got that Triple H gene of like he looks like the bastard child of Triple H of he's got that Kratos fucking gene in him of he's missed the red there and he looks like you know, God of War.
Uh,
Fucking Leonidas out there. This is where we die. Spartans.
the Leafs have made a comeback. They're beautiful. 5-4. I love it.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch the leaves change colors in the fucking autumn and everything like that.
1, 2. Oh, wow, he kicked out.
Yeah.
Crowd's got a little quiet on this one. Gargano trying to wake him up. DIY needs it more. Just came back together, so let them continue this build. Momentum if you want to get them over with the crowd. The Creeds are new. They'll have time to shine later. I agree. That's how I feel about it.
Not saying you're wrong, as I've got Ludwig.
Someone called it.
With a step up in Zaguri, as Gargano's with the fumbly feet.
No way.
Going up top. Could I be right? Hello,
they're going to get it with the cheap. But that's what I said. Either could lose because they're not going anywhere. They're going to actually
wide open.
I didn't think they were actually going to put them towards Imperium.
2, 3, but this is you're setting up DIY versus Imperium,
which would be the opposite of what you suggested.
Yeah, I still got right. I still got the match right.
All right, no, you did. You got the point on that one for sure. I was not expecting. Someone in the chat said Imperium was going to get involved. I don't know. DIY got a huge pop at the house show on Saturday against Imperium. Great match. There you go. Setting it up.
Yeah, 2 great teams. I'm amazed they had a great match.
Who is first place in the fantasy football? First place is approximately, I'm hoping 1.5 of football away from losing. So
I was going to go the whole, you can have that.
I'm catching up. DIY, huge heel turn. Interesting. No. I don't know. Maybe.
No.
I don't like it.
No.
Kaiser attack Creeds.
What in the name of hot dog? What?
Look what we're doing now.
Ole. We're building up Sami Zayn. We're building up him going. We're replaying his match with Roman in Montreal to where the crowd was losing their goddamn mind. We're building up to this is gonna be a good fucking match instead of just 5 minutes of interference and disqualification.
Looks like the botch finisher, to be honest. I mean, the cannonball is the cannonball. I think it went well. The pin, I don't know. Did you see a botch?
No.
Both teams are gonna go for it, but the crowd doesn't seem to care, and I don't really blame them, to be honest. Most of them have just been introduced to these 4. That's a valid argument, and I think Triple H is trying to build a tag team division, a long-term tag team division. I like it. I didn't expect Imperium to cause DIY, so that means DIY is going to want revenge on Imperium.
Oh, absolutely, and it is interesting to think that there's probably a good chunk that's just getting introduced to DIY.
Yeah,
that didn't get initiated with that. Ciampa throws them into the ring set, and we get this blood feud through NXT.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are like, "Who are these guys?" And I mean, part of me, that's part of what I thought.
Oh, that's a good ass visual.
Sammy looking at Sammy.
Sammy looking at Sammy, and then Jay comes up and daps him out. Which, by the way, who in the name of American Eagle is buying these fucking shirts that they've got hanging up right now? What in the Old Navy is happening right now?
What if Priest was to cash in tonight? A lot of people throwing that out there.
What if Jay turns on Sammy?
I think we're more likely to get Drew McIntyre, especially when they show him drive away. What if it's Jay? I mean, it could work.
That's the thing, is we gotta consider all the holy shit options, because this is very much, I feel, we're in holy shit ground right now. Something is going to happen. one way or another.
And I would admit, to this point in this show, it's gone quickly. Maybe it's just you and I are having fun, but tonight is clicking.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, though. This is building to a holy shit moment. This is building to, we've got the fallout from Crown Jewel. We've got all of this built up. We're building up to a moment to where, love it or hate it, something is going to happen here. Whether we have, even if we just have this match, and this is an amazing match, that's still a holy shit moment. We get Drew interferes, holy shit moment. We get Damian cashes in, holy shit moment. Jay interferes, holy shit moment. We're setting up for all the potential options here.
Right. I have a question for the person who beat Seth for the title. Who do y'all think is the best option to do it? I say have it be Damian or Sammy.
Drew.
I
stood by. I thought it should have happened. It's been Drew.
Stand by your Drew. I like Damian doing it. I like the idea of Damian having that belt.
What would you do if I sang out of Drew? Would you stand up and walk out on me? I think Drew has been the one that we predicted for the longest time was going to be the one to take that belt off of Seth. And still, even when he does it, it doesn't lose any sort of validation behind it. Do you worry if it does with Damian? Respectfully, Cody, it feels like a consolation prize for the story. Yeah, Sammy's probably your best bet.
Unless you're abandoning the story, like you decide, you know what, fuck it, LA Knight's going to win this, or someone else is going to finish off Cody's story, which is going to be hard to come back from. But if you're going to go that route, then yeah, Cody, fine. But Cody, as long as he's eyeballing WrestleMania 40 and Roman Reigns, then he can't go near the other title.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Who else? I mean, I don't see anyone else really doing it. Could Finn be the champion? I don't think that moves the needle enough right now in this day and age. Maybe Brock comes back. I don't know. I don't think so.
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Sammy, how you doing? I agree with Drew and Nick. However, it should be at Mania. If it's not Gunther, you can't make that last. That's the thing. Of some of these, you can't wait to pull the trigger on some of these poses.
Yeah. And I mean, Gunther at Mania could be a thing, you know, and especially Gunther being the world champion a few months leading into the, you know, Germany, France, that kind of thing.
He can't travel. Gunther can't travel.
Yet he will be able to travel then. Remember, he's just got to hang around for 6 months.
6 months, right? So that's why
they're not going until the summer.
He can't make Elimination Chamber. We don't know about Berlin yet. I mean,
he should be good for Berlin.
Know, respectfully, do you want an Austrian showing up in Berlin?
Yeah, I think he's going to be thrilled. I mean, for the chunks of his career, people called him German, so fuck it.
I mean, you can have that. I ain't going to go farther with that.
Jay should be the one that beats Seth. Interesting.
No, Jay should be the one that courts Rhea. I want to see Jay sit there and try and do fucking Gomez Adams to Rhea's Morticia.
KD, as in Kraft Dinner, Kevin Durant. What are we doing?
Yeah. Kevin Durant, you hitting there from the fucking long range here.
Fucking putting it in all day long. Pause.
Well, here you can put it in.
The Nick's gonna grab a pause for the cause as we're coming back out of commercial break number 9. I think, folks, we are rolling along here tonight. It's been a good one. Right now, the WWE is reminding us they have 30 million followers. If anybody was wondering, WWE has surpassed 30 million followers on Instagram, more than the NFL, ESPN, NHL, F1, and MLB. So if anybody out there says nobody likes wrestling, wrestling shit, why do you watch wrestling? You know it's fake. Whatever the bullshit, you know, mantras get thrown around, at the end of the day, 30 million plus people, more than the NFL, more than the other companies. You got to give them credit. But Becky's here talking to Jackie. Becky looking for a fight. Jay should be the one to beat Seth. I'm curious about that, Victor. I could be okay with Jay taking the title. Yeah, I could make that work. I could be okay with that. I agree with Drew. Big Nick, however, got that one. For Drew to win the belt, they would have struggled in working the storyline around Drew. My only fear about Drew is I feel like there's this disconnect between Drew and the fans. And maybe he has to dig in and not be a tweener, but truly be a heel to get him where he needs to go. But Nia Jax interrupting Becky. Nia's look and how Nia talks to me sometimes doesn't coincide well. Like she's all smiley and sarcastic, but she's this big imposing woman. So I don't know why she doesn't speak a little more intimidating, a little more like a bully, opposed to like she's got a Karen vibe to me. I swear to God, I was just singing the Wonder Years song a couple of minutes ago. I don't know. Did Stone Cold Steve Austin beat Bray Wyatt? Step away from the pipe. We got Piper and Chelsea. So we're talking to some of the women that are going to be in the Battle Royal. I will say they have turned up the volume on as they're building to these matches. They're building to the main event. They're giving us packages on Sammy, packages on Natty, interviews. They're building to individual matches within a show. It's something they haven't done a lot of in recent memory. I feel like they've amped this up with the new creative team. It's the wall, brother. I don't know what that's in con. Drew needs to beat Seth. And now we got Shayna and Zoe. So all the ladies getting involved. Becky in the Battle Royal. Yes, she is. Becky with that burn. Sick burn. Sick burn. It'll probably be Punk who beats Seth. Let's go. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I know people are going to hate that answer. I'm okay with it. Is Becky in the Battle Royal? Hope so. She is, Bobby. She is. Mia interrupts Becky. Nia. Oh. There you go. Shayna saying she wants it. I'm always watching the background, but here we go, folks. We have your number one contender, Battle Royal. Who will take on Rhea Ripley? I'm taking Nia Jax. A lot of people have taken Becky. Revamped Wrestling 2K says, but okay. It'll probably be Punk who beat Seth. Got that one. Becky is in the Battle Royal. We got that one as well. But yes, lots of promos this week. And I noticed that last week. So instead of having like these real like long segments where you're getting a lot of like in-ring promos, instead of in-ring promos, we're getting packages. We're getting shorter interviews in the back that like a Jackie Redmond or a Byron can really kind of control the in and out, make it a little more intriguing, but shorter, quick hits to kind of give us an idea why we should give a shit about what's coming up. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Maybe someone else out there, some of you guys might disagree with that, but it's definitely been a change in the approach, especially on Raw. We got Caden and Carter and Chance, whoever. Becky in the Battle Royal. Why do I keep clicking on that? Yes, she is. Nikki Cross over. Will Nikki do anything, Charles? Will she just stand there? Shayna for the win. Aaron, is Chelsea supposed to know it's over? I don't know. My baby mama, Nia Jax, A-Town down. Who is booking the women's division? TK? Well, you're going to have to elaborate on that, C-Money, because, I mean, why? Because we got a Battle Royal? Maybe. That's kind of funny. Battle Royals are my favorite matches. Let's go. Well, as much as I cannot agree that, Battle Royals aren't my favorite matches, every once in a while to have a match is not bad. And in a world where you're really trying to put a spotlight on the women's division, you're getting a lot of them in this match here tonight. A lot. right? It's all, I feel like, does anyone else feel like the WWE is in a bit of a transition phase? They're in a little bit of in a growth period where we're seeing an influx of new talent, new tag teams, new women getting involved, new signings, and some of the older guard are being pushed a little bit back. Like we kind of talk about this funny thing that's happening in wrestling where, oh, wait a minute, Xia Li jumps Becky. Wow. Trouble in paradise, essentially. I wonder if that would be. Wow. Becky Lynch gets jumped. The Twerk sisters on the main roster. Yeah, they're still kicking. Wait, Adam Pearce will not let Xia Li compete. He's kicking her out. Do we need a replacement? The crowd is cheering. I give them credit and full marks for, again, new management, a new attitude. You don't get to just jump your opponent and then get in the match. No, you jump Becky, get to the back. Woo. We all know that most of these women have, yeah, like most battle royals, Mega, there's only a select few that even matter. I feel like the last battle royal I watched, there was 2 people in it that I thought could win it, and it came down to those 2 people. After seeing Natalya video earlier, Natalya wins the battle royal. Can you sell? And I will ask the people watching right now, can you get behind a natty babyface push going after Rhea? Or will she always just, will anybody take that serious? Will anyone be like, I'm good for this? Let me know. I'm curious what y'all think. A-Town, what have you been smoking? Yeah, amen. I wanted Natty to win, but not anymore because she's not wearing her bunny outfit from last week. Well, Bash, now we're just being petty. Hippity hop your way over there and make a better choice. Chelsea Green is both the Iconics put together. I'd like to see the Iconics return one day. I really would. I know they stepped away. They both found themselves with babies, but I would like them to return. I was a fan of the Iconics. As I'm getting a commercial for Thanksgiving. All right. The Judgment Day versus Cody J for the Undisputed Tag titles next week on Raw. Damian, did they announce that? Because I don't really want that. I would prefer they don't do that. But let me know. I didn't hear that if that happened. Coming soon, NXT Halloween Havoc. Yeah, drugs are bad. Piper Niven, Chelsea Green. There you go. There. Why are you mad at Piper? Why are you mad at Piper? Number 1 Contenders Battle Royal feels like a Jacksonville Dixie move. No. And that's, to me, inaccurate. And this is why, C-Money, because we don't do it all the time on this program. So to actually have one for a number 1 contender, I mean, you got to remember there was people doing this wrestling thing way before Tony Khan even picked up a pen to book a match. When he was just a wee boy banging on his keyboard in chat rooms, companies were making number 1 contender battle royals. So I can't make that I can't peg them with the same kind of, or I can't wipe them with the same brush on this one. Put it that way. Tegan for the win. Xia not having any of it. The Raw Women's Champ is here. Of course she is. Yeah, some grow like fungus. Facts. Somebody, yeah, but there's nothing wrong with a good fungus. Somebody forgot to tell Chelsea Halloween was over. Her attire. Chelsea's all about the look, though, Aaron. So it don't matter what day of the year it is. She is all about being fancy dancy. So I'm okay with it. Could this battle royal be a perfect time to introduce Jade? Very interesting. If you introduce Jade, does she have to win it? Yeah, so Xia Li is out. That opens up a spot. Jade. There you go. Nia Jax, Katana Chance, and Caden Carter, Natalya, Chelsea, and Piper, Becky Lynch. That is who is currently here, yes. Now, over the break, we're back to Becky. He finally shows some guys and stands up to her. Guts. I will go with guts. I like what they're doing with Pierce. Pierce has a presence on the show. A lot of times, Nikki's in the ring, Natalia's in the ring, Indy Hartwell's in the ring, Ivy Niles in the ring, Maxine Dupuis is in the ring. Let her win the Battle Royal. Fuck it. The booking tonight feels different, but in all in a good way. You can't tell Vince's hands didn't touch this episode at all. And listen, I've been saying this for a long time. A lot of the things that we're seeing on these shows are huge indications that Vince isn't around. Tozawa, that's a non-Vince move. To put Tozawa in anything other than a backstage segment that's stupid, Tozawa. Gargano and Ciampa to a degree, not a big Vince move. There's a lot of indications that Vince might not be cooking in the kitchen, or at least fucking up the cook who's trying to cook. Here comes Tegan. But I agree. 2 weeks in a row, Raw's had a better energy level to it. Like, I'm looking at the clock right now, and I feel good. I don't feel like I'm been bored. I don't think the second hour was boring. I think we're doing all right. You're out. I like it. Here comes Raquel Rodriguez. Make her humble, Adam. Jesus. Nice to see Pierce step up. I like it. To actually have a presence like that. And again, the little details matter in wrestling. And when you have somebody, if you go outside the parameters of the match, then there should be consequences. There should be, refs should matter. Refs should make rulings. The management should make rulings. So no, if you're going to jump one of the competitors, you couldn't wait till the match starts. You don't get an unfair advantage. You go to the back. You fucked up. So ding, ding, ding. Nikki Cross is just standing still in the middle of the ring. Anybody think that somehow the Uncle Howdy has got possession of Nikki Cross? Am I asking too much on this one? We keyboard warrior. Oh, indeed, Easy Bake. Indeed. Come on now. But right now I got Nia, Raquel, and Nikki just still standing still. She has not moved. Raquel and Nia realizing she's there. And now she's not. Nikki didn't flinch. Tag team ladder match next MLW pay-per-view. I'm working on the winter schedule right now, Victor. So we'll see if that fits into the repertoire or the repertoire. It always fits in our repertoire, but fits in our schedule for the upcoming events. Told you, Sammy. Jay told Sammy him and Cody next week. Yeah. Now that's where the fans get a valid argument of, have we been there and done that several times? Just my take. Who will have a match first, Cora Jade or Jade Cargill? Jade Cargill. Maybe Cora has to change her name now. I'm sorry, we got another Jade. We can't have two. WWE's a little ridiculous. What else we got? Got that one. Natty's a baby face and a heel all the time. She switches. Yeah, again, I think Natty's the utility player, right? She's the Swiss Army knife. She can be whatever you want her to be. She'll get in there. She'll do her thing. And eventually she'll either, and whether it's a baby face or a heel, she'll help get that person over because she is talented. I don't want to take away from the lady's Hall of Fame career. She's just not in her prime. Got that one. Natty is a company carpenter, mechanic, employee. There you go. Kind of what I said, but differently. Linda McMahon for the W. Go, Linda. Go, Linda. Has anyone even seen Linda McMahon? I have no idea. I don't know the last time I saw Linda McMahon. Even in a picture. Oh, Tegan gets rid of Nivens. Oh, no, Maxine got rid of Nivens. Maxine Dupree got rid of Piper, Nia gets rid of Maxine. All's well that ends well. And then she gives us a thank you. And wow, maybe the smallest lady in the match just jumped on the biggest. I'm still waiting for Liv Morgan to return. Listen, Liv Morgan will be back, but I don't know when. And love or hate Liv, she moves the needle. People get fucking crazy for Liv Morgan. Who's more of an exciting return, Liv Morgan or Alexa Bliss? I think the main event will include Drew, Jay, Uso, Cody Rhodes, the Judgment Day, and the Survivor Series tag team match. James, I agree. I feel like this whole match tonight was set up for this. That I don't feel like we're going to get a clear-cut winner. I think they're going to get jumped. It's going to lead to a brawl, maybe next week even more, and it will start to build up our War Games. 100% feel that that's what this has been done for. I know we're all excited about Sami and Seth. I feel like that's all we're doing here, setting up for that. Cora Jade, there you go. If Jade appears, yes, she needs to win. Not even a question. Valid. Boom. Becky is out too. Yeah, Becky never made it in. So technically, yeah, we were down two ladies to start this right out of the gate. So could Becky come back out, do the whole I'm hurt, but I'm still going to fight? I don't know. Somebody wake Nikki up. She's stealing Wendy Chu's gimmick. Let Shayna win it. I'll be all over that. I'm okay with that, Larry. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd be okay with it. Let Jay come out and watch. Pause. I think maybe Becky wins the Rumble and challenges Rhea at Mania. I do. I think Becky Lynch is definitely a front runner for that title. 100%. I don't see why it wouldn't be the case. She's definitely got to be one of the favorites. Now you throw names like Jade in the mix. We'll see. 13 women. I thought it was 16 down to 14. But maybe I'm wrong. I can't get into Raquel. She's too generic. 1 second. She's about to get tossed out. Chance and Carter trying, but then she just left her partner. You just left your partner. Get back there. Yeah, Raquel as a heel. You remember like when Raquel was in NXT as a heel when she was, Dakota Kai's heavy? That is the Raquel we need. The back flex smiling Raquel does nothing for me. Nothing at all. Chargers 17, Jets at halftime. Whoo. Go Chargers. Go Chargers all day long. I love this new Nikki. Well, there goes Carter. Ivy gets rid of Carter. But the thing with the new Nikki is, where does it go? What do we get from it? What do we get out of the new Nikki? What that's what I'm curious about. What is this? Like, she just stood there. Speaking of catatonic.
What do you mean, what is this out of the new Nikki and everything like that? That's, I guess,
what is this? Where is it going? Why is she this way?
No one knows. I don't even know.
That's what I said. Like, we need to know. Like, we need answers.
Nobody knows.
What has got her in a complete fucking blinder?
Well, as much as you kept saying new Nikki, I'm like, huh?
Speaking of new Nikki.
Right. Nikki, you're so fun. You're so fun.
That would be awesome. Will Nikki wrestle or just stand there? Just stand there. Are you purposely being tricky? Or be that guy who only wrestles when
here. But yes, Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Yeah, 10 all over the place on this one. But is she going to be the wrestler that she was just going to stand there until somebody chucked her out? So they need to give the refs power to reverse decisions. Well, they got to give the refs more authority. What do you think about Adam Pearce saying, no, you can't come into this battle royal. You cheated.
Yeah, but then again, you look at the NFL and the refs have way too much authority. So you got to go a little tit for tat here.
Well, I mean, I don't have fears of them wandering into the NFL's realm of refereeing, but still having, again, some control and even having management in the company. Like
but you don't even have to with that of AEW's rule of wrestling of just anything happens.
Okay, but yeah, I think that's what I think I like.
Okay,
Yeah, no, I think that you kind of got it backwards. I think I like the fact that Pierce isn't just letting everything happen. Xia Li jumps Becky. Sorry, Xia, you're not in the battle royal. You don't get to beat up your opponent for 15 minutes and then jump in the match and the ref goes ding ding. No, you got to get in that ring and fight. And if you don't follow that rule, then the match doesn't mean anything. So we're not going to allow it to happen.
Fair enough.
No substitutions. Apparently not. Not yet.
No contester.
She's getting over by standing still. Amazing.
If only certain other wrestlers could do that.
Right? I mean, it's working. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Like she's completely still.
Annie, let's be honest. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It makes no sense.
But there has to be.
She's one who flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Yeah, like, and I think even last week made little to no sense of how did you get Nikki to agree to be your tag partner if she doesn't speak?
But I do like the spot to where they sit there and they pull the pumpkin up and everything like that, and her head's just sitting there, like, oh, horror movie. But now when she's out there and she's in a match and she's in a battle royal and everything, like, are you the immovable object? Like, can you not be picked up? Can you not be thrown out?
Right? Yeah, I know. It was real interesting. Nick, if only Logan Paul could be still, but he's over as a heel.
Right.
Jobson pause. 17-16. 17-6. Not 16, thank God. Is it bad to say AEW peaked last year? Woo, Hagen, bold statement. I like it. I feel like 2023 has been a down year for AEW, and AEW people will say, well, we had Wembley, but the rest of the year wasn't great. And even Wembley, I felt could have been better.
Yeah, seriously. It's if this would work. But yeah, it's one of those of cool. You have one thing to hang your hat on. Like, what else has happened that's been in any sort of a positive?
I missed that, but we're rolling along through this battle royal. Sorry to say, but Nikki needs to be futured endeavored. And wrong answer, Victor.
No.
Nikki is a talent. Oh, Chelsea eating the floor.
She's getting dumped out by Raquel. So we're down to Indy, Zoe, Raquel, Ivy, Natalia looking like fucking bubblegum, Tegan Knox, and Shayna. Indy out there doing the fucking salmon spot of literally it's a common spot with Natalia of you got to run towards the ropes and she's going to wait till the last second before you accidentally did anything like that. And you just have to fucking, like a salmon climbing up the fucking waterfall, jump over that shit.
Indy gone.
Natty gets dumped out
by Ivy. Did you guys see NWA relationship with CW in jeopardy because CW don't like the Father James segment at NWA pay-per-view? I haven't seen that, but no fucking shit. No kidding.
A lot of people have said of like, oh, CW really contemplating the whole TV deal. And yeah, what's one of those of like we sat there and said of like, you're really gonna do this the day you announce you have a TV deal, you're gonna do this. Okay. Both strategy cotton.
Oh, there goes Tegan as Nia Jax swats her down. Yeah, Nick, you and I are one of the only channels that watched that show, covered it live, stream-wise. And we said the exact same thing the minute that happened of like, Why? Why would you go this route? You're about to move to national TV. I think that, I mean, I
I
thought
don't
it
want
was a
to
stupid
wait
move.
for my life to be over. Like, no,
Hey.
that doesn't happen.
You're the Dawson. No, I'm not. Yeah, all right. You're James Mitchell.
Dawson's creaking out there.
The Schnauzen.
Right.
Oh, Ivy holding on.
Oh, she's
Shayna.
gonna be the one that helps.
Bye-bye, Nia.
Nia.
Huge
Nia's
pop, by
gone.
the way. Huge for Nia getting chucked. And that was my
It
pick.
reminds me of when you get like the Big Show or anybody like that, like gets dumped out. The Mark Henrys, like the ones like there's no way you can dump them out
No, but
outside
I
of
think
we all on
yeah.
a team together.
Well, and plus we know that the kind of the hatred for Nia Jax, that there's a bunch of people watching right now that have their fucking holding their breath that Nia's gonna win.
Yeah.
But there goes Ivy, thanks to Nia. Too much Cornette. Finally take out Nia. Big Nia is out. The other BN in the on the stream tonight. Big Nia.
Big Nia.
Ivy Niles impressing. Yeah,
We're down to Shayna, Raquel, and Zoe, actually. So we're down to the final three.
Who takes it, Nick?
Fuck. It's gonna be Raquel.
You think the back attack is gonna take it?
Yeah, back
makes no
100%. She's out. No, she's out here and she's super flexed.
I
She's
want
holding
Shayna
everybody.
to win it. Oh, skin in the cat. Oh, no, she stepped on the cat.
Thank you for coming. So we're down to Zoe and Shayna.
I like it. Good on you.
Who's getting now at this point? Who's getting fed at this point? Who's taking the L? Zoe. Zoe's taking the L.
Shayna Baszler is going to win this.
That's not a bad show. I think she'd be great, but I feel like she gets fed to the monster here.
A little bit. I mean, I don't know.
She's draping.
And you got to figure four of the final competitors were all heels in some capacity.
Right.
Except Raquel. I mean, Raquel should be a heel, but she's baby faces.
Yeah, she's tiptoeing.
Yeah. Raquel Rodriguez gone. Cheap shot by Ivy. So it's going to be, watch, Ivy Niles' first rivalry, Nia Jax.
Fuck. And she's going to lose. Super kick. We're bleeping out double super kick. You got it. Zoe wins. Hey.
You got it.
Yeah, getting fed to the monster, though. She's taking that L.
They love Zoe. I'm shocked. I'm a little shocked.
I think, though, think about where Zoe was and how she was on NXT, where she's come. She was Trish Stratus' sidekick to now she's going toe-to-toe with Rhea Ripley. She's going to lose. Yeah. She's going to lose, but I
mean, physically, she can go toe-to-toe with Rhea Ripley. Like
she took out the cameraman and Saudi.
So, Survivor Series War Games. Zoe Starks, Rhea Ripley. Ding,
Do
ding,
you
ding,
think that
ding.
there's a stipulation added to this match?
Probably not. The only reason I say probably not is just because it's a
gimmick heavy pay-per-view. Yeah,
gimmick heavy. I mean, now I'm starting to think, how the women can play out. Will they lean on SmackDown's women division for the women's War Game match? I'm very curious.
Do we get even a women's War Games match, or do we just get the men's, and that's the big focus?
No, I think
at this point, if you do a women's, is it going to be a big focus?
Yeah, but they always do two. One opens the show, one closes the show. Rumble. That's just the modern wrestling.
A detraction of if you have to. So you're telling me that you wouldn't do just the one, and you don't have to worry about the other one.
They would take so much.
They would take bumps away. Anything
in 2023, you would take so much heat away. You take so much heat for not having a ladies equivalent. So Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, war games, there's always a lady
Or do you
counterbalance.
add heat by just forcing something?
No, because I mean, you're going to build it, and you're required to build it. It's part of the
Yeah, but no,
expectation.
fuck off. Like, I'm sorry if you want to be mad. This is what my story is pre-told. Like this is the
So
story I'm
why
building.
couldn't
I
you-
don't give a shit.
So why?
If you want to be mad because I didn't have a women's War Games match, I'm going
But
to
why
tell you
not
the
build
story
it?
that I've been building.
But if you got Damage Control, and then you got the baby faces of Belair, Charlotte, you know, who else works in that? I mean, why not do it? Like, why
Is it
would
a
you not have a
pre-show?
women's?
Is that a
What?
pre-show?
No, it'd be the opening match of the night usually, and I don't know why you wouldn't do that.
I just don't think that there's enough compelling. There's enough moving.
You don't
parts
think that
or anything.
Kairi Sane and possibly
Right, but I'm
Asuka
saying
and
enough of a
Sarai,
counterpart. Enough of a counterpart. Do
Charlotte,
you have a dance
Bianca
partner? You can show
Belair,
up to dance if you don't have a dance partner.
but there is dance. Like, there's plenty of women there. No,
So we're gonna throw
couldn't
Io,
do that.
Kyrie, Bailey, Dakota if she's healthy, and
Dakota won't be
whoever else.
healthy.
With Nia,
So Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair leading a team.
just because
Wait. So
it becomes the team of can't beat Rhea.
No, because I mean, Charlotte Flair has beaten Rhea.
No, that's on SmackDown. That would be SmackDown's team. SmackDown's team is fine.
I never
have
no,
that.
no.
I'm saying what's a Raw team? What's a counterpart?
Just listen a little bit.
Okay,
It would help you understand.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a SmackDown specific or a SmackDown heavy War Games. I think they're going to lean into that. I don't think it's going to be Raw versus SmackDown. And I mean, they just showed us 16 women. You can pick out 5 there from Raw to be in a War Games match against SmackDown's best. I think you could either way, but I don't think that's what they're going to do. But I wouldn't. I mean, in this day and age, you don't leave out the women. Okay, so January, leave out a Royal Rumble. We don't need a women's Royal Rumble.
No one was saying that. I'm saying what match, like it has built up, is warranted for that level. And I'm not saying as far as talent wise. I'm saying what outside of just booking to fit the gimmick. I would rather have the gimmick fit the fucking feud than find a feud to make it fit the gimmick.
So you're saying they couldn't, like, over the next 4 weeks, and what they've already got going on?
You are always saying it's going to be single show specific. So what's the teams? What would be the teams?
I just finished talking about the possibilities of some form of Damage Control and Io and Asuka. Asuka's probably going to turn and go the other way. So you have, I said it 3 times. Charlotte's there. Belair's there. Asuka's still in the mix. You have Kyrie kicking around. You don't know who they're bringing in. Plus, you have some of the other talents like Shotzi. Could Shotzi be in there somewhere? There's a lot of women, dude. I don't think there's a lack of women or a lack of build. I mean, there's a lot of build amongst all of them. And they've been doing that for a few weeks now. Wendy Chu. Yes.
You can have it. I don't think it's going to be an exciting match. I'll say that.
I'm not saying
warranted against the fucking gimmick. So it's always going to be an exciting match. I don't think it's going to be a draw. And that's not taking away from the women. That's the thing is this is the fucking back-ended situation. I hate with saying shit like this is because you can't critique it being a women's feud without it saying or sounding like you're critiquing the women's wrestling.
You have this new triad forming in on the SmackDown roster with the women. We just brought back Kairi Sane. I mean, Kairi Sane, if you told me that Kairi Sane and Io Sky are going to be in the same War Games match, I'm already sold. That's already a draw. Then you add in a Belair or a Charlotte or if Bailey's in it. I'm sold. I'm down to watch them in a War Games. I think a lot of the fans would be.
Does it need to be a War Games or could it be a traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series? And you save the spots that you would have for the men's War Games.
They haven't in years. They haven't. That's like saying don't do a Rumble because you're going to have the same spots at the end. It's equal. It's equal pie for everybody, my guy.
All right, I give up because this is the same thing as it's one of those of you can't say anything that doesn't have to be 100% equal, counterpart, 100% fully on par. with the men's division and saying that now it's somehow fucking discriminatory or anything like that. No, it's. I'm not saying that they wouldn't have a great match. It's, to me, you save the big spots for the men's match. You make that shit feel unique versus you double down and do double duty on that shit. But anyways, as I've got Zoe and Rhea facing off right now backstage. Rhea's a goddamn full, like 4 to 6 inches taller than Zoe even. What's the men's build for War Games? Judgment Day and Bloodline versus Team Can't Beat Rody or Can't Beat Roman. There we go. Team Can't Beat Rody because it's going to be headlined by Cody. It to me 100% it would be Cody, Jay, Sammy. I don't even think you need Seth. You get Kevin Owens. There's 4 already. Maybe you throw somebody else in there. Hey, there you go. You get Damian, you get Jimmy, you get Solo. Hey, look at that. Intermingling. It's the same reason why everybody's been bitching, because both factions show up across the board on every show half the time, it feels like. As we're getting Wade Barrett propping up a Philadelphia Eagles championship belt, which, by the way, and guess if you haven't gotten your WWE NFL team commemorative belt, Wade Barrett is shilling for it. Man, these are Buffalo Bills championship. Granted, this rate, I'm starting to feel like that's the closest we're going to get to a championship. Boston, I feel like this is the first time you might have ever agreed with me on that. We also need a lady slap us. I don't know if I can type. What? Oh, yeah. See money, calm her down. Cody, Jay, Sammy, and Seth all have issues with the Judgment Day. 100%. Like I said, that's been the issue. We're getting. That's been the people have complained because we're getting that too much on Monday Night Raw. So next week we're getting The Miz versus Ivar to determine who is going to take on Gunther. As we're getting Tegan Knox versus Jim the Anvil Neidhart. I mean Piper Niven. But I do like that at least we're getting Otis versus Nakamura. I like that at least though we've gone from we don't have any idea what's happened on Monday Night Raw to we're fully advertising next week. And we're getting an undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship rematch. We're getting Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus Finn Balor and Damian Priest. And boy, howdy, guess what? If it wasn't like I was talking about, this might turn into some War Games feuds. Wouldn't you like to know? That's probably what's going to happen. As we're getting Sami Zayn coming out right now. So we're kicking off. This has got to be the main event. So are you going to give this no real time? Are you going to have interference here and you're going to give this a half hour? The last half hour of your show? Interesting. Oilers score 1-0. Zoe starts for 10. Boston, I see you agree with me. Still question your motives. Zoe looks strong as hell. John Cena with Sami Zayn group. Is John Cena done? Because that man got obliterated 100% by Solo Sikoa. That man took out all of the vengeance for his uncle Umaga. I think that might be the last we see of John Cena. Ref skewed high far. Maybe he works for the NFL. Cody and Jay tag title rematch the next week. Yes. Kyle, Nick, who do you like better in commentary? Wade Barrett or Nigel McGuinness? Pat McAfee. That's how I'll answer that question. Main event time. So as we are on commercial break, I don't even want to try and guess at the number right now. Do you think that we're going to get an actual solid, like a half hour long main event here? Or are we going to get an interference and a video package and some promos and some distraction? And do we like, how long into this match do we get before we get there? Or do we just actually have a good hell of a fucking match? Do we get even arguably, I know we've talked about it. Do we get a Damian cash in? It'd be really interesting if the heel cashes in and sneaks the title as two baby faces competing against each other. That'd be a way to get around the need somebody to work heel angle, but it's already interesting to see if this match is going to go for a good minute here. People are going to be mad no matter what happens, Vince. The majority of the people don't care enough. What? What are you talking about? Oh, will you be okay if 1 year there are no men's war games, only women's? People will be mad. I don't think so at all. And like I said, I'm not anti a women's war games match. I just don't think that I want to avoid booking matches to fit a gimmick versus finding matches that fit the gimmick of a Bloodline and War Games feud versus Team Can't Beat Roman fits the gimmick more. Go ahead. I already know.
I didn't say anything. I mean, I agree with Vince in the sense of would it be mad? I mean, war games only women's people would be mad. Are no men's war games? No, we were definitely going to have both. I mean, I'm just telling you what the company's done for years. There always is a double up on the big events, and I don't see them deviating from that. And I believe they're building the same thing they're building on Raw with the Judgment Day. They're building with Damage Control on SmackDown. There's a lot of the contenders. I don't think they're trying to fit it in. They've been building towards it for weeks. That's all I'm saying.
No, Nick, you're right. One War Games match is the attraction. Two is overkill. Whether it's men's or women's, I don't care. Both can put on a fantastic show.
Yeah, but you're always going to do the two. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, is two Rumbles too much? Is two? I mean, yes. Maybe at times.
Honestly, yes.
So no women's Rumble. Like so what do? You 1 year you have a women's, and then the next year you have a men's. Like, what would you do? If it's
does your women's roster?
Yes.
Well, motherfucker. All right, go ahead.
Do you not agree? You don't think you have enough women for a Rumble? We just had
how
20.
many times have we had to pull in fucking Michelle McCool, Stacy Keibler?
We're going to get Trish. We're still going to get that. That doesn't mean they have to do that, but they will do that. And I mean, there's always been
the Rumble. To me, is a different thing versus the Rumble. It doesn't have your super huge spots and everything like you get in a War Games match. You don't get. There's not a steel cage involved in the fucking Royal Rumble.
I thought the women's War Games match last year was better than the men's.
I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing right now that there is not a women's feud.
Yes, there is. I just gave you one. I told you what they've done. They have a gang of women who are heels that are picking on the baby faces who have worked together, and I believe that's going to continue.
That's 5-on-3.
But we don't know where they're going with it. If they do bring in Saray, if they bring in others, you still working on the fact of where does Asuka fall? Is she a heel with the group, with Damage Control and her friends, or is she a baby face? Where does she fall? There's enough women there to give you a compelling matchup. They're not shoving it in. They've been building it like it's there. So it's no different than what we're getting on like. So if you take the Damage Judgment Day out of the equation, then what would you do? Well, no, we have that building. We have the women's building.
So we just take the Bloodline out of the equation. We just take a giant chunk out of it.
I'm saying, like, but that's what they're doing with the women's division. Right now, your top, like the way they have it on SmackDown is you have a women's rivalry right now between a group of women. And I feel like they use Saudi and other things to build into it, right? So I just think it's the status quo. Elimination Chamber.
Right, but you can have a Survivor. You can have a War Games type match and just a regular Survivor Series match. You can't do a Royal Rumble without doing a Royal Rumble. Like so to me, I'm fine if you just do a regular Survivor Series match. If you're so steadfast on we need to have
I'm just telling you what they're going to do.
As a 5-women's match and everything like that.
I'm just telling you what they do. I mean, when we go to Australia for Elimination Chamber, there will be 2 Elimination Chamber matches. Last year, there was 2 Elimination Chamber matches, and people get really excited at who's going to win that Elimination Chamber.
We were pleading them to do outside of what they do earlier.
No, but we're
now you're like, just keep doing what you do.
No, because the same thing with the match next week, where people were like, "Oh, we always get the same thing," and then I heard you go, "Oh, next week, undisputed tag title." Been there, done that, but we're okay with it. So, at the same time, I have no problem with them having the 2 matches because people get excited for the women's match. Or are you suggesting no women's counterpoint?
No, I'm saying I have no way I can argue this at this point without seeming somehow misogynistic.
I don't think you're misogynistic. I like your viewpoint. I'm just saying, I think they're preparing for War Games for the women. I really do. And I imagine we're going to get 2 War Games, 2 Rumbles, 2 Elimination Chambers, 2 Money in the Banks. That's what we do nowadays. That's how it is. The women are supposed to be highlighted at an equal level, and that's what they require. And that's what they've been doing for the longest time. So I don't see.
But have we not moved for the fuck past that point?
No.
That 2 doesn't always equal good. 2 just means that one gets dragged down by the other or anything like that.
But I don't think one impacts the other because, like I said, I thought last year's women's War Games was better than the men's. So if we didn't have a women's War Games, I would have missed out on that good match.
But would the spots feel different in a men's War Games match because you didn't already see it in a women's War Games match?
I don't think I was sitting there during the men's one going, oh, you know what? Someone else did a kendo stick. Like I didn't. One's at the beginning, one's at the end. I don't think one takes away from the other. And the women have found a good way to uniquely do their own things. Like we saw, the kendo sticks being used as a chair to sit them up in the corner into a big spot. I mean, there's been variation. So I give the women credit.
I see that, and I show you Jey Uso, or I show you the Usos versus the New Day, to where they pretty much did damn near the exact same spot with kendo sticks and steel chairs
on the same night.
No, I'm not saying on the same night, but I'm saying is repetitive fucking spot booking.
And not really, though. Like I said, I think the women come in with their own vibe, and I think they've deserved to be on that level. I understand 2 Rumbles, but I don't understand 2 War Games. The same with the Elimination Chamber. Well, I like the ladies' Elimination Chamber. Why would we do without it? Right? But you know what's going to happen if they stop doing those? They're going to take all kinds of shit for not doing it.
That's I guess my biggest problem with that is that's the thing is you can't argue against it without sounding a certain way.
But when you've been begging,
that's not the case.
When so many fans have been begging to put the women's wrestling on such a high level,
but it is on a fucking high level. It was the whole NXT Halloween Havoc Night 1.
But that's again, so they got their one night, and then there was a counterbalance to it. There's always a counterbalance, my guy. And that's where they're going to highlight them.
Nothing is good enough to fucking justify of like, no, we do acknowledge these motherfuckers. Like we're putting them up there as much as possible and everything like that. But not everything.
If you start pulling away the main matches, like those big deal matches, like a Money in the Bank or an Elimination Chamber, where do you draw the line? Like
right, but if the same thing happened the other way around, is somebody going to sit there and go up in arms of like, wait, we're not getting this for the fucking man?
Your ticket sales would go down. That's how they would complain because you're not moving as many tickets if you don't have that men's main event. Speaking of main events, we got Seth, we got Sammy in the ring, ding ding, and we are rolling. Everybody that I've seen so far has said Seth. KJ, do you understand? I never understand Seth's wardrobe. It's always funky.
This man looking like a fucking like kindergarten playmat right now.
It's all right.
A little bit like that, or it's a little bit like, in this, I hope you get this reference because you're Canadian. Come on and zoom, come on and zoom, come on and zoom, 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 zoom.
That's funny.
I'm Caitlin. I'm Derek.
It would also help if we didn't tie these stipulation matches to pay-per-views, which Triple H is trying to get away from. And he's not. I think if you have watched the wrestling over the last month, you know they're building towards War Games. You just knew it was. You were just waiting for them to announce it. So, and I agree. When you try and fit
Well,
like
that's
a
a
Hell
big
in the
four.
Cell,
Like, I don't mind. Sorry, I will say this and I will shut up. I don't mind when you have stuff like Money in the Bank, Survivor Series moving to a War Games, the Royal Rumble. Those are 3 already out the gate that are part of your big 5 at this point that are gimmick heavy. Those I don't mind. Going beyond that gets rough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's an every time thing. I don't think it should be an every time thing. But again, if you're going to, like I said, Survivor Series, you're going to do equal. Elimination Chamber, you're going to do equal. Money in the Bank, you're going to do equal. Royal Rumble. And the idea that, okay, so if this year we were doing a women's War Games, there was no men's War Games, that probably doesn't sell well, guys.
That sells a lot worse than the other way around, respectfully.
What, you only have... You would rather have just the women's and no men's.
No, I'm saying if you said if you only do women's, and don't do the men's. I said if you do the reverse, I said it probably sells about the same, if not better.
I mean, the men are the bread and butter. I mean, that's the way it is. So I mean, that goes without saying. So if they announce, you know what, we're not going to do a men's Royal Rumble this year. We're not going to do a men's Elimination Chamber. You know, people are going to be like, why? Why wouldn't you have your 5 top guys in a number 1 contender elimination chamber? And I think the same goes for the women. It's just the way it is. I don't necessarily.
That's clever as shit from Sammy there. He was going for the dive, realized nobody was home, and sat there and springboard back into the ring. And now we've got eye to eye, toe to toe,
stepping it up,
10 toes down on this motherfucker.
Right, Seth for the win. Men's sports make way more money than women's sports. You're not inaccurate. And I know that's the case. That's why you cannot book just a women's match. Like you cannot just book a women's elimination chamber or a women's War Games and sell that as your marquee event. It just won't sell the same as a men's. It just won't. Sorry, ladies. It's the way it is.
Yeah, as I get to be out here, it's Big Nick misogyny out here.
It's not that. It's just
no. You left me hung out to dry.
Well, I mean, I just don't agree. Like I know what they're doing, and I see that the pieces are there, and I like the fact that they're building towards it. So I'm all good with it. Keyshawn having a laugh. Listen, right now you can have 1 War Games and 1 traditional SS match. The women right now don't have a strong enough storyline to carry the War Games. See, I disagree. I think what we just saw at Crown Jewel with Kyrie showing up, there's plenty of meat on that bone. We've had issues with Charlotte. We've had issues with Bianca. We've had issues with Asuka.
You can do a Survivor Series match.
But they're still going to give them the equal main event, the equal marquee match. That's just the way it is. And if they didn't do it, I guarantee you the place would blow up with everybody going, whoa, I can't believe they did that to the women. I can't believe the women aren't getting theirs. Why would you take that away? And after doing it for a few years, you can't go back. The pace is out of the tube.
I fucking hate you.
If you okay with no women's, then you have to be okay with no men's match at some point too. Actually, fact, Vince. And it won't work. So you got to do both. That's why they do both, because they can't do just the men anymore. And the women are being built too. If you don't think so, watch SmackDown this week. They're building up, and there is plenty there.
But I still think you get away with a regular Survivor Series match.
You could get away with it. I got no argument there. They could. But I'm looking forward to watching Io Sky in a cage. I'm looking forward to watching Charlotte and Belair and all these women get in a cage and battle it out. I'm looking forward to that. I don't understand. They did it on NXT.
When Io hits a moonsault off the cage, is it the same after you just saw that when then you turn around and you see Seth hit a moonsault off the cage and everything? I know you're
but they won't. So if Io does a moonsault off the cage, Seth won't do one. They've done this.
This is AEW, so yeah, they won't. But yeah,
right. You got to figure they did the same thing with NXT, my guy. Right. There were like some of the cool moments came out of NXT Women's War Games matches. Rhea Ripley had a big night in a War Games. Tegan Nox gets destroyed by Dakota Kai at a War Games. There's been like solid War Games matches, so I'm okay with them.
I'm not disputing that there have been great women's War Games matches. I'm saying right now, if you were to put a women's War Games match out right now, 100%, it is
in the
it is literally just it is an aperitif. It is a appetizer.
Yes, it always has been. That's why it opens the show. So is the
Rumble. Yeah, you sat there and said that there was times to where that was your favorite match of the night. It
was, though. There's been better women's War Games than men's War Games, but they put the women's War Game on. They put the women's Rumble on first. They always, it's just their method. And that's how again, the women deserve a Royal Rumble. The women deserve. I think you got a ton of fucking talent in this company.
Fuck you, TLD. Nick, just tap out. Just tap out. No, tap out or snap out. Tap out or black out, motherfucker.
Elimination Chamber match back in the day didn't even happen every year. That match should have been a specialty match, not a pay-per-view gimmick.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
originally the first Elimination Chamber happened at a SummerSlam.
I thought the first Elimination Chamber was Armageddon. Like the year, like the Eric Bischoff.
No, that's the multi-man Hell in a Cell. The end is here.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, you're right.
First SummerSlam was at a SummerSlam. It was Goldberg, Triple H, Booker T, Shawn Michaels, Kane, RVD. Maybe Booker might have not been in there, but I know Kane, RVD. I know because there was the Goldberg spot of Goldberg fucking tore the fucking house down, should have won it, and then lost to. It's all about the game and how you play it. Yeah, no, what you were thinking of was the end, which is still the craziest match that WWE has ever fucking booked. Ever. We're gonna take 8 of our top superstars and put them in our worst match possible, our most severe gimmick. And Rikishi's gonna take a fucking back body drop into a fucking pile of sawdust off the top of the cage. Set for a 2 count. But so, do you think we get another full 15 minutes of this match? Do we get a great match, or do we get dissension? We get somebody interferes. Something happens here.
I think it's still going to end up in a brouhaha. I think this match is going to go for a hot minute. The two guys are. I know we're bantering about the women, but yeah, no. At the end of the day, I think that this match has been off to a great start. I know we got a little sidetracked there for a second, but
tends to happen.
No, let me see real quick.
No, fuck you, Boston. You go touch grass. Said, never mind, Nick. Read a book. I prefer Audible, sir. If anyone wants to recommend a book on Audible, by the way. Kyle suggested maybe a cash in tonight. Maybe.
I still think that's a bit of a reach, but it could happen.
We get towards the end of this match, we hear Broken Dreams. We had a Claymore.
Maybe.
As Drew just is sitting there staring over Seth and Damian cashes in. I think that's a stretch, but
yeah,
I'm interested to see the potential of a partnership between Drew and Judgment Day. Like, does Drew become a member?
Yeah. I think he just aligns with
hanging around. Oh, clothesline from Seth.
When did you say? Sorry, dude. When did you say the first ever Elimination Chamber was? SummerSlam?
I said it was at a SummerSlam. I did.
The Elimination Chamber debuted WWE's event Survivor Series at Madison Square Garden in 2002. Since the inaugural match has been 31 matches overall. So Survivor Series. I thought you were incorrect.
Was I right with the match?
Eric Bischoff introduced it, so it was The End Is Near.
No, what was the match?
I'm trying to find the actual competitors. I was just like, wait, that doesn't sound right. I didn't think it's
talking all this shit. And who was in the match?
First ever. Who was in it?
Triple H.
Yeah, that sounds right. I think you got the people right. I just think you got the show.
Yeah. So, I'm so sorry. I got SS was SummerSlam and SS was Survivor Series.
Like you were incorrect. Triple H, Rob Van Dam, Shawn Michaels, Kane, Jericho, Booker T. No Goldberg. No Goldberg spot. So yeah.
Oh, so that was the second one then, because the first one then was HBK comes out of the ring. Like I'm so confused because I feel like I could have sworn the first one was Goldberg involved.
Oh, huge springboard senton. And a moonsault. We're
Goldberg was the second one, and Shawn Michaels won it. Yeah.
True. I remember Michaels winning. I was like, wait a tick.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was in the ballpark.
You weren't really.
Okay. I was a lot closer than Armageddon.
I mean, it was a month before. I thought it was at the end of the year. So okay. You're right.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle was in the match. Nope. Shawn Michaels won it. All right, folks. Have everybody made a prediction on this main event here tonight? We need a new match type. Ooh, what could we do for a new match? I mean, we got the Iron Survivor.
No. Well, we don't need a new match type. We just need to get the match types done well.
And you don't think they're being done well? Like some of the pay-per-views haven't been done. Like, I mean, I thought Money in the Bank was good this year. I thought Elimination Chamber was fun.
Last Man Standing.
What is that? Oh, you're talking about the gimmick matches. Oh, I thought we were talking about So what's not done well? I'm confused. Drew will be a 1099 member of the Judgment Day. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. The second one was Triple H, Randy, Michaels, Y2J, Goldberg, Kevin Nash. I forgot about Kevin Nash.
Mm-hmm.
No contacts, no winners. Okay. Survivor Series, or it was SummerSlam 02. There you go. So Paul was with you. The scramble match they did one time. No scramble match. No Russo booking. Do Elimination Chamber inside of a Hell in the Cell. Ooh.
Yes, let's put a gimmick on a gimmick.
Dude, bring back the fucking the triple stack cage. Let's go.
Are you trying to make me have an aneurysm?
As long as
I think you're trying to make me have an aneurysm.
As long as there's a women's one as well, I'm good.
I swear to fucking God, as much as I would be mad if Jeff Jarrett was in a triple cage match, if Karen Jarrett is in a triple cage match, I will have an aneurysm. Like, I will not be here. I
can't take this shit.
The stream.
I can't take it. No more.
No, I will not entertain this. I will not entertain this bullshit. I will come back when this has happened.
How much time's left in this fucking football game, by the way? 6 minutes to go. I'm up by 6 points. 5. Woo! Going out of the wire. Dude, I've always wanted to play the triple cage match in a video game. Yeah. I will rule you.
Jimmy King.
Right. Bring back the hardcore time limit match. Oh, my.
No, you can't have a hardcore time limit match.
No, it was silly when they did it. Bring back.
I was gonna say. So Al Snow's got to hurry up and eat Pepe as boss man feeding it to him because he's got the time limit. What the fuck are we talking about?
Bring back the Punjabi prison match.
No, no one needs no fucking. No, that was just horrible. That's horrible even to watch, let alone probably be involved in.
Pull the lever. What? Pull the pulley. Come on.
Just someone's gonna release a panda and just gonna fuck up that whole match because there's so much bamboo involved. They're just gonna go to town.
Thank you. Yeah, you see my devil horns poking out of my hat some days. Just I like to be a shit.
Yeah,
I like to be the advocate. I'm Keanu Reeves hanging out with De Niro. Let's go.
Pacino, by the way.
Oh, Pacino, right, you were right on that one. Yes.
No, I feel like I need to walk off just on the fact that you insulted not only my booking, but you also insulted my people.
Yeah, no, you're right. I was right there. I missed it by a hair. You're right. Pacino, one of the best Pacinos ever. No, one of the best Pacinos ever, my guy.
Hooah!
Is that 3 commercial breaks just for the main event? Where's the picture-in-picture? WWE ought to do picture-in-picture. I hate commercials in the main event, but when you have a half an hour main event, it's hard to be picky. Oh, buckle bomb.
Oh.
Triple H used a sledgehammer. I remember it clearly. Clearly, we remember.
Well, by the way, is it funny that anytime you use a sledgehammer, you have to put your hand over the top of it to fucking hit anybody? You can't just ram them with it. You gotta cover it first.
Swing away. Swing away.
No, this is not the fucking signs.
I took the over, and I'm glad you got that.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I saw the balloons too, by the way.
I didn't mean for them to come up. It happens when I do this.
Yeah. That's how you know KG's an alien. Not only is it Canadian, he's out there throwing the peace signs and balloons pop up. Bro, what the fuck?
I'm fucking magic, dude.
Fucking
Sammy, send him up.
Way over there, motherfucker.
Sammy, super kick. Sorry, shit.
I hate that though because you feel like you can see him kind of stop and like, wait, all right, you super hit me now. Two count. Yeah, like, fucking Canadian the Gray over there.
Right? I feel like Nick and I haven't had a good battle like that in a while. That was fun.
True to like boxing, stick and move. Move. You ain't got to explain.
They all float, Larry. They all float. That's all I'm saying about that.
I'ma be down with the clown.
Nick Cages have layers. That's funny, Larry.
Fuck you. And by the way, did you see to where I guess Nick Cage referenced his cameo in the Flash movies? Like, that's not what I filmed. He was upset that this man. So, spoiler alert. If you haven't watched
the walls. Sorry, Nick. Walls.
This is the first time this has actually been a Walls of Jericho.
A legit wall.
Everything else has just been a Boston crab. And honestly,
now it's a crab.
When you're talking about Chris Jericho, it's more like a Boston hermit crab instead of a Boston crab.
Yeah, it's more like a fucking genital crab.
It's more like a fucking plastic crab. More like the crabs you need to see a doctor about. Roll through.
Oh, it's over. Roll through. Okay. Good match.
I'm amazed. Can I just say already, regardless of how I feel about the finish, I'm amazed they let them go this time.
Yeah.
There was no interference. There was no disruption. No. There was no distraction. They just let them go.
This is interesting. Now, could this make Sammy snap and kick Rollins in the face? Be like a.
This is gonna be how will Team Can't Beat Roman coexist?
Yeah, valid. Do you think Seth should be involved in that match, or should Seth have a match of his own? I won't
against.
Well, I think we'd have to. I don't know.
No. You can't listen. braggadocious and foreboding.
I legit just said I wasn't going to fight you.
Can't throw something out there and not have a game plan. You can't do that. You got to have a plan.
Sammy heel turn.
He's in there.
Maybe it's Sammy at Survivor Series.
No.
Oh, we got a handshake. Sammy has every right to turn heel right now. I'm with you. T-Von. Awesome.
No,
match.
this is you got the better of me. This is how will they coexist? They need their fucking quack. They need their Coach Bombay to show up here.
Actually, we got a women's battle royal. Countered it pretty well, my guy.
As the Judgment Day shows up, and
here we go.
You watch. Here's gonna come. Here I come to save the day. Tope.
Listen, I don't give a shit. When was the last time you and I were this excited at the end of a Raw?
So the last time they booked a good match at the end of a Raw. Just saying.
All right. Ooh,
I don't know if we're more excited about this or the fact that we've been arguing for about a solid hour.
It's been a minute.
Jey Uso coming out right now. Why is Dom the only one fucking ready and fucking waiting for this shit? He's the fucking Bill Paxton waiting for this shit. You're going to instantly lose, but you're waiting.
Is Adam Pearce going to come out? War Games!
Please give me William Regal. Give me William Regal.
He's not. I'm not sure he's allowed to do it.
I don't give a shit.
Pay the fine. We're good.
Pay the fine. You got that TKO money. You got billions and billions of dollars.
That's a good observation, Damian. Boston, sorry, about Damian. I came out in jeans and no briefcase. But Adam Pearce and the crew, Shane Helms and everyone else is out here.
Yeah, because he's a member of the Up Yours of the union.
Man, I just want William Regal to pop up on the screen.
War Games!
War Games!
It's going to happen. It needs to happen. Do it. Somebody do it. Somebody say it.
Okay, this is fun. All right, this was all right.
Yeah, but this is... Honestly, even if it's Pierce, all right.
Here comes! Pierce is doing it!
I'm saying this every night. You four want to play games? We're going to play games in War Games.
Let's go! War Games!
War Games!
Adam Pearce is the star of the show tonight. Fucking A. Go, Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce. You go, Glenn Coco. 100%. Adam Pearce, 100%. Underrated MVP.
Scrap Daddy came to fight.
We need
tonight.
an MVP award for the personnel in pro wrestling. And they sit there, they pause, they let him get his piece, and they go back to that shit.
Dude, that is
cool. Fuck it.
Listen, I know right now, Nick, the Cornets of the world are going to shit on that, but it's like a movie when something happens and everybody stops. Huh?
Let's do the time will begin.
Right? Like a pretty girl walks through the bar.
To the left, and then a step to the right.
All right, Friday, we're getting a women's brawl. I'm predicting it now.
I hate you. I hate you. I love you, and I hate you.
Nick Aldis, you're gonna get a British War Games. It's close.
War Games. That's gonna be the closest you get to Regal. But let's go. Already, we've got Team Can't Beat Roman versus Team Judgment Day at War Games.
War Games.
War Games.
Adam Pearce took his glasses off, got serious.
War Games.
I don't know if
that was my glasses for real with that.
War Games, just not women.
War Games. Are you not entertained?
I'm fucking highly entertained. My head hurts. I'm fucking tired. That was a good Raw. I don't care what anyone says. I know some people might not love all that you get, but overall, the fact that
you can't always get what you want. Right. But if you try sometimes, you get what you need. But no, 100%. That was the best way you could do that.
Oh, come on now.
Why?
Sorry, I was just laughing at Boston. He said that smelled like TK's queef.
So it smells like prime energy and cocaine.
Wait, it smells like woo, for the record.
No, it smells like cocaine. But 100%. But that's the best you could get. Like, if you're not gonna have William Regal out there and War Games, Michael Caine. If you're not gonna have pro wrestling Michael Caine out there, to announce War Games, that's 100% how you announce War Games. God damn it, I'm sick of you motherfuckers. I'm sick of him and I'm sick of you. You guys are gonna fucking battle it out in the match beyond. Remember when Dusty called that the match beyond? That's when initially what War Games was.
Yeah, man, you're not wrong. Men's War Game from Raw. I think women's is going to be from SmackDown, guys. 7.75.
You went on a whole diatribe, and you're just like, "All right, cool. So fuck you."
What you want to? I want to get you home, bro. 8 out of 10. I fucking battled you for the last hour. I'm gonna let you have that one.
You like boxing, singing moves. I'm Ngannou out here. I want a split decision.
Best ending to a Raw in a while. Women's Brawl on Friday. Who's better, Legacy, Wise, Becky, or Trish? Yeah, we're not playing that game right now. We're not playing
that. Who's better than Canyon? That's my game. That's my answer. You said who's better? I say Canyon.
Don't play with my heart. I can't get. I don't have enough energy left to debate a Trish.
Baby, don't hurt me no more.
Hour 2 was 0 to 3. Okay. 8 out of 10. Raw is decent tonight. 0 to 10. No women's War Game announcement. Friday, you bitch.
Yes.
You're such a turncoat, Boston. Adam
He's in New Englander. Fuck you, America.
The counterbalance is coming on Friday, and I'll be here to rub it in. Hour 3 was 4 to 4. All right, breaking it down. 8.25 out of 10.
Are we getting into the quarter breakdowns?
Yeah, apparently. How you gonna agree or disagree? But in my opinion, this has been the best Raw of 2023. It's been one of the better ones.
It's up there.
I'd have to go back.
It's up there. Yeah, it's up there.
We've watched like 30 of them, my guy. It's hard to remember them all.
Yeah, when you do it every day, it kind of runs together. It's Groundhog's Day.
I can't tell you the last time after the 3-hour Raw that we were this jazzed and kind of energized and laughing, and we weren't just like, thank God that was done. So yeah,
right, yeah, it's not one of those. All right, well, we know how this is gonna go,
right? So yeah, again, I know people think we're getting a lot of Judgment Day Cody, Judgment Day Sammy, Judgment Day, but they've been building. Like that's the storyline that people want, right? Yeah. Like. You want story, but you don't want repetition. Well, fuck. I mean, when I tune into a Batman, whether it's 1, 2, 6, forever, it's Batman.
Right. But this is pro wrestling fans at this point of, I see there is no pleasing you. If you don't like it, then don't watch. Cool. So then how do you expect to grow to your audience? Okay, well, cool. So, well, you want me to be invested in this. Oh, you want story and everything. Cool. So we've got to give it some time to fucking grow and develop.
Yeah, I agree with Dale. Adam was on fire tonight, but you're right. You let it grow, let it develop. And I think
War Games. That's the new War Games meme.
I love it. That was fucking excellent. I thought Pierce was the star of the show tonight. Felt good. Kicked Xia Li out of the fucking building. I mean, I'm good with this guy. I like.
Is it interesting though that's kind of helped because you have a guy like Nick Aldis who's like, no, why don't you see Jey Uso and Adam Pearce out of my arena and everything like that? Like, we're getting this Ric Flair, Eric Bischoff, we're getting that counterpoint with general managers here.
Yeah, 100%. Different vibe, different feel, different idea, competing for, signing contracts. I like it. Trades. Don't come into my building. Keep your talent out of my show. I love it all. 6 out of 10. I wasn't impressed. Ooh, okay. Not impressed. 7 out of 10 for tonight. 9.5. I won't go that high. I think I'm going to give it a nice solid 8. I think that was an 8 for me.
7.5.
7.5 is fair.
Yeah, that's.
I gave it an extra bump because of Pierce.
Yeah, well, yeah, 100%. That's where that bump is. Is I was 7-ish. Like it wasn't like not even that. Like you could make the case for it to be an 8. It wasn't a bad show at all. And that's the thing is, Raw's not a bad show. It at times it just overstays its welcome. It's like that fucking house guest that impedes upon itself. Of cool. So you've told me the same story about how you did this like 4 times now. Like I'd like you to fuck off now. But no, tonight, especially though, the ending and the fact that we both even kind of thought that there's going to be some happenstance, there's going to be some haberdashery through the main event and everything. And then we get to the War Games announcement. Yeah, 100%. You closed out that show a lot better than what we thought you could.
Yeah, and I know people are going to shit on the fact that it was a roller finish, but it was in motion. It was believable. It wasn't stupid. It wasn't Sammy leaning between the top 2 ropes and getting hooked. No, it was a move. Speaking of being caught between the ropes.
Yeah, speaking of being caught between 2 paradigms.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, right, 100%. I am the all-powerful Big Nick. Pay no attention to the man behind the green screen.
I don't know about again. Seth is on a good run. You got to give the champion good wins. That was a good TV win. I don't. People.
Joe saying Snitsky back in WWE.
Yeah,
it's not my fault.
He's taking indie bookings. 8.
Indianapolis Jones over there.
Right. I think Judgment Day. Randy joins CM Punk on one team. Randy Orton on the other. Let's go.
I hear voices. Look in my eyes.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to give tonight 8 War Games matches out of 10 women's War Games matches. Feels fitting. 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Both managers are men. This is a problem. We need a counterbalance. Where is
Boston, my guy?
Where is Sonya Deville when we need her? Let's go.
Hey, keep it a buck. Sonya Deville, arguably. Like, if we didn't have Nick Aldis as a GM, I would have had Sonya Deville versus Nick Aldis as GMs.
All right, last call. We're going to shut it down. Nick's got to go to bed, as do I, but I think I'm too fucking hyper for that right now. But all in all, thank you for sticking around tonight, bud. I know that wasn't your plan.
We're about to insert the coin of round 1 and punch out here.
We're like, we need I got to get a GIF or a meme of the Rock'em Sock'em robots when. But listen,
around
the 4 hosts that show up on this channel don't prove to everyone out there we're open to all opinions. You know, there's Nick's opinion, my opinion. Luna's on her own different planet. We love her for it. You know, Anthony's got his. We all got our takes. We thank you for joining us and giving us your opinion. We don't block you for disagreeing with us, even though I'm considering kicking Boston out. He was supposed to be my guy. He turned coat. No, I'm just kidding. Don't make
man lives where I live.
I will find you. No, I'm just kidding.
I will find you and fuck you up.
Folks, check out all the links below. Join us, please. Be a friend. Tell a friend. The nicest thing you could do is just drop our link, share it with people. The family is growing. We want to see 100 large in this chat on a nightly. And that's all I got, dude. I'm out of energy. Thank you.
Growing by the minute, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about the wrestling, you better put that for life with it. And you can't tell that we don't love each other. We're sitting here and just fucking going back and forth at it 100%. This ain't nothing but a family.
It's beautiful. It's fun. And until tomorrow, folks, NXT is stacked. Be there. We'll see you on the flip side.
Bird Lady.
We'll see you on the flip side. Good night.